ladies, but you can't touch. So
That's
just
right.
move on.
Make sure everybody can see your ring.
Yeah,
For sure.
I didn't even wear the dirt. I'll just put it
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
I'll get. Oh, this is too much sexy. I'll get it.
Big John Lambert.
Big John Lambert. Finally.
It's been too long. Man.
It has, man. I've been watching all these guys come in, you know, and you've had, Butterbean and Jesse Priest. I got to come in here and represent the big guys, man.
That's right.
You know
Jonathan Pete.
Yeah,
Jonathan's a big guy.
He's a big guy, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, they all pale in comparison to the original.
That's right, yes.
And like I say, I wanted to thank you for having me on, man. And
You're welcome, brother.
I did want to throw a disclaimer out there, though. To all the ladies married, back off, okay? You can look, but you can't touch.
He is married.
Married.
Happily.
So
For a long time.
So, man, let's just, what are we going to get into today, man? I've been waiting for this.
I have too, man. I was having to work bullshit hours.
For bullshit. Hey.
I messed that all up.
No. I can tell you, man, I'm hung up. I'm still looking at where you can buy a bag of fudge rounds. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I mean, that's got me, man. I'm searching. All right. I ain't worried about Bigfoot. I ain't worried, you know.
Yeah.
I want to find out where you buy a bag of fudge rounds. That's what I want.
Me and you both.
So, you know.
Little Debbie's the only one that makes those, right?
I don't know. You know, that's sad for coming from a big guy, but I'm not sure.
I used to love Star Crunch.
Oh, man. Those and of course the, Christmas tree ones? You know, but you can only get them.
The Christmas tree cake.
Christmas tree? Yeah. So.
Yes. See, Whitney and all them like the Reese's pumpkins and the it's like holidays.
Yeah.
The eggs.
Yeah, by the time you're like, hey, I do like that, and they're like, they'll be back next August. What?
Jack's, man, don't smell like that on that strawberry, or is it cherry cream cheese? Strawberry cream cheese.
Yeah, and then
don't
Chick-fil-A does the peach milkshake. You can only get it when it's 195 degrees outside, you know.
Do you know what I don't like about Chick-fil-A? What kid wants a book? McDonald's is like showing out as far as the toy game.
That is true.
Yeah.
I told him the other day, I was like, I'm going to lunch. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I think I'm going to go to McDonald's and get me about 9 Happy Meals. And I said, I'm keeping all the toys. I'll just be honest with you. You ain't got to share them. You know?
Please tell me you put them on your dash.
Oh, man, they're all over my desk and stuff, you know. So.
Yes.
And not having kids, I can just play with, you know, I don't have to share, so, you know.
Yeah. Did your wife ever try them?
No, she knows better. She knows better.
The other day, Walker got home and there was like this pretty good sized toy on the floor. Well, it was actually like a little ramp thing and it had like a little shooter, like a little disc, you know. I was like, where'd that come from? I thought like they bought it at Walmart or something.
Yeah.
McDonald's Happy Meal.
I'm like, wow.
I was like, did your sister, is she going to use hers?
Yeah. Mama needs to go back and get him another one.
That's right.
Now, I'm impressed too with Chick-fil-A. Like, they need to work like at Malfunction Junction or something, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They're down there just
dangerous.
They got 9 lanes going into one and still got people moving, you know.
Oh yeah, you could put 40 people probably in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A and 3 in the drive-thru at like Hardee's.
Yeah. And
they get those 40 out before the second one got out.
Oh, I've been parked over at like Arby's, and they're like bringing my stuff to me over there. I'm like, what is that all about?
Oh yeah.
Like, well, we didn't want you to stop. So, you know, they're like one step away from just chunking it at you as you go by or something. You know.
Oh yeah.
They're moving, son.
I always hate driving my truck underneath there because it's kind of tall.
Yeah.
And I'm always afraid I'm gonna get that canopy.
Yep.
But then they don't really like just get out of the way. I think they're so holy, like they're just like, oh, if I get hit, I'm just, you know.
Oh, look, and I love my wife. Like, she'll get fired up too, because you'll go and you got the 3 lanes, you know. Mm-hmm. You ordered in the 3rd lane, stay there, buddy. Well, they'll go out in the 3rd lane, they'll jump over to the 1st because it's moving. And she's like, you're going to get everything messed up. I was like, calm down.
After they've done order?
Yeah. So.
That drives me crazy with people. Like,
I was like, I had to lock the door and stuff. Just calm down, it's going to be all right.
She's ready to whoop ass.
Don't worry, writing a ticket to him. Here you go, buddy. You know you have no jurisdiction here at the Chick-fil-A parking lot.
What is it the Chick-fil-A people always say? My God, what's the compliment? My pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like pick her up off the ground. My pleasure.
Exactly. And I always feel bad because you go to like one place because, you know, we're kind of, we eat a lot out or eat out a lot, you know, and you go to this place and you know what you order and you try to order it at another and it's just the same thing but it's a different name. And they're like,
and it don't.
You know, come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. Just,
oh yeah.
like I think I get a Arnold Palmer anywhere, you know, and all it is sweet tea and lemonade.
Yeah.
So you go to Chick-fil-A and theirs is like a
it's good.
Sunrise or something.
Yeah. They got the best lemonade.
Oh, they do, man.
That and Tumor's Corner.
And like, you know.
We got to come up with some kind of bet for this Auburn and Alabama.
Look, the last one I had when I was at Webb,
yeah,
I worked with a guy named Robert Kelly. Great guy, man.
Yeah.
But hair was never out of place. His wife worked at a beauty shop, you know.
So she was like fixing him up.
Yeah, so I mean, he was a hair perfect, you know. And he come up with a bet. He was like, hey, buddy, he said, Alabama and Auburn. He said, you know, you want to bet? And I was like, well, yeah. I said, but, you know, you're a plant manager. You got way more money than I do. He said, oh, no. He said, let's bet hair. He goes, if Alabama wins, he said, I'll shave my head. Like,
oh, good Lord. And he's an Auburn fan?
Yeah.
I don't make that bet.
And I was like, well, you know, I shave mine anyway. I said, what am I going to do, you know?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Get a wig or something?
Yeah, we're not
he
doing
goes,
that.
no, he said, we'll start. And this was right before football season started. He said, you can't cut your hair until the end of football, until after the Alabama Auburn game. I was like, well, it ain't going to be no long. And I said, it's not going to be that long. And I said, that's not going to be a big deal to see my cut. He goes, no. He said, you have to get a friar tuck cut and wear it for 3 days. And I was like,
A friar cut?
Yeah. No, it's friar. It's like Little John and Robin Hood. You ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the George Jefferson where it's
oh,
balled
my
up
God.
here.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, I went all football season, so I'm like, I've got this huge thing of hair.
Did
you know?
you do it?
Yeah, I did. And the first year, you know, Alabama won. And he brought the lady that cuts his hair up there, and we had everybody come to the break room, shave him, you know, and he just... And I mean, he walked around for a while, man. I mean, I guess, you know, it took a while for it to grow back, you know. So
oh, God, yeah, it does.
We were, you know, we'd take a
growing
picture.
this mullet out took forever.
If I could grow, look, man, that's the bad thing about shaving your hair, too, now. Because I've shaved mine for so long now, I think it's kind of messed up the hair.
It won't come back.
It won't come back, man. Like, I can let my hair grow out, and I'll have, like, a patch here and a patch here. I look like a missing link or something. It's like I got a spot here. Yeah, like...
You look like a puzzle
It's like,
piece.
is Tiny got the mange or something? What's the deal with that, man? But, so, you know, it rocked on, and the next year come up, he said, bet same? I was like, yeah, it's your hair, buddy. And that was the year that Auburn won. I don't think it was a kick six. That still hurts me a little bit. I know, man. That still hurts me a little bit. But they win, and you know he had the same lady come in, and my hair was, you know, just seemed like it wasn't bad, but it seemed like it was that year. Yeah. So she cuts it, and sure enough, she cuts it bald right here.
Please tell me she shaved
it with a razor, shaved it down, and I mean, you're just basically, I got hair right here and in the back. And he took a blue and orange marker and put the AU on my head. You know, and I'm thinking, what's the deal? You know, he's like, you have to leave it for 3 days. I was like, okay. He goes, so, you know, they shave her. He does it, and I'm walking around. Of course, all the guys at the plant, they're loving it, you know.
Oh, my God, I would too.
I was just having a ball. Well, he goes, Mom, he said, I'm buying everybody's lunch today. He said, we're going. Come on, you got to go. Because I done brought a bag of lunch and I'm not leaving. I'm going home.
Was it a bag of fudge rounds? Please tell me.
Yes. No, because you can't find a bag of fudge rounds. And I was taller than 5'3". So, of all places, he wants to go. I think it was Ryan's at the time.
Oh yeah.
So we walked. Look, there was. I mean, you know, you think kids and teenagers laughing, ha ha ha. These are like senior citizens, like walking into stuff, looking. They're like, you know, as you go by. And I'm like, lost a bet, you know. So we get our food, and people are like dumping stuff out in the floor. Like, while they're staring at me. And yeah, lost the bet. So we sit down, and everybody's like, getting up, walking by our table just to see what's going on. And I'm thinking it's over with, And here comes all the Ryan's ladies out.
They told him it's your
birthday. He told them it was my birthday. And of course, you're sitting there, you're like, you can't be, just rude. Yeah, happy birthday. And they're like, they didn't know what to think,
My brother Adam sings that song all the time. Yes. They pulled it on so many people, man. He knows the damn words of the song.
There you go, man. I mean, it's just...
They don't do nothing crazy to you, though, do
they? No. They didn't, put the stuff in your face.
Oh, good God. I got into that. Let me tell you some bullshit. Do not ever, I don't care if you think you and him are like brothers, go to a Mexican restaurant with a Mexican. Yeah. You can already know what happens.
Oh, man. I can only imagine.
Well, what we done, we took all the guys that done the brick and stuff in the house. Good friends with them, great people, great workers. I mean, they happy as hell. They can sling more brick than anybody, And so we decided we're gonna take all them to Alameda's, to the Mexican restaurant to eat. We get in there, well, there's this guy that works with him, his name's George. All George does is smile. I mean, that's it. He does not. You can say whatever you want to him, and all he'll do is just smile and laugh. So I thought, this will be funny. I'm sitting with their boss man, right? And I tell him, I said, look, let's play a joke on George. I said, tell the waiter it's his birthday, okay? So the waiter comes back by, and he says, and the waiter looks at him and says, Next thing I know, they come out, they got this hat. I think they're going to George. Okay? The hat goes on my head.
Oh, no.
He must have told them, too, that I was trying to joke somebody. Because even though I was like, no, it's not my birthday, they was not taking that for an answer. No. They put that hat on me, dude. And I'm okay with that. I'm like, okay, I was like dressed okay, nice, too, Next thing I know, you could have just hit me with a pie, and it wouldn't have got me like this guy did. He had like this spatula-looking thing full of whipped cream. Started on my left ear, went all the way around to my right. Dang. I had to wipe my eyes to be able to see it.
Okay, guys, it's calm down.
And I turned around, and George was the first person I seen. And he was just laughing his ass off. I know he had to been in on the joke, too. I'm sure the boss man, he was probably like, yeah, this guy's trying to pull it on you, but he don't know it's coming for him. Yes. Oh, man.
He's probably like, rear back and rock on it when you let go of it, too.
Oh, man. He got me unreal. Yeah.
Man.
It wasn't just a little dab on the nose.
Like, people's asking me, like, what? Is that like a Hispanic culture? What is that? And I'm like, I don't know. I think they just like making fun of us when we go in there.
Yeah.
But,
I do too. I got this, I got Google Translate now.
Oh.
You got it?
Oh, I got it, but I hadn't messed with it.
Oh, it's cool. It's easy. You just punch in there, English to Spanish, Spanish to English. You can just lay that phone down. You know everything they're saying.
Well, I know we worked with a little lady and worked with her at Walmart. And she was I can't remember what her actual title was, but she went around, this is when we worked, this is right up we got high school.
Yeah.
And she went around and got all the bags of money from the cash registers. Well, she always asked like one of us guys to walk with her because she's walking around with 20 registers. At the time, that was when Walmart still had more than one register open in a store.
Oh, yeah.
So
that pisses me off.
Oh, man. Dude, like, why do you got 60 registers and you got Jim Bob over here checking out at the self-checkout, watching, make sure that you don't steal something.
Here lately, there's been like 3 or 4 of them. I'm like, can't 3 of them get on registers?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
What's the point? You start looking at you.
Don't order any skull in there if you go through self-checkout. It takes 2 hours before they get back.
No, look, and Fatty here will forget my wallet a lot of the times. They're like, sir, we need to see your ID. Come on, man. You know it's moved to 21 now, ain't it?
Yes.
The tobacco age?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd have been in trouble in high school.
You ain't lying. Well, It wouldn't have really been any different because, I mean, think about it. We started dipping and stuff. I was like 14.
I know. It was like, carry the note. My mom said I could have this.
Did you ever get desperate enough to re-dip?
Nah, no.
See, I didn't either. I couldn't do it, man. And some people, I would have to be like real desperate to get a dip from them.
You know, that's funny. I remember being in school and you'd be like, hey, man, give me a dip. And then you go, you know, you back in your mouth, like, you didn't put nothing back in here, did you? Nah, here, man.
You can have it.
You can have it.
And the people that hold your can underneath their chin, you know, and they get that dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then scrape the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was even before COVID. That was back when people didn't wash their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. Yeah.
I remember Grandpa having a little spoon. I always thought I wanted to carry a spoon around with me, you know. He did that sand stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Brute or
some
something
little
like
red.
that. Yeah.
Little red can, yeah.
But no, what I was going to tell you about that lady, she had to go around and get all the money, and they had a box in a little cart.
Yeah.
And she just pushed it around and got the money. Well, you had the back two registers. You had to go by Garden Center and Sporting Goods was the only two other registers in there. So she would have to come all the way back around. Well, she would get one of us to walk it. Well, there was like 8 or 9 Hispanic guys back there in the back corner. And when I walked by, they started talking.
Yeah, you couldn't understand.
And you couldn't understand it. And they started laughing. And she looked at them and she was mad. And she was Hispanic.
Oh,
and
so
she was mad. And I was like, they're not probably saying nothing about you. I said, they're probably making fun of Biggin here, you know. Because I've been out there working at Garden Center all day, and I was sweaty and dirty, you know.
should have chased them.
Oh, look. No, I didn't even have to, though. She was like, she just starts. Next thing I know, all of them are gone, man. I'm like, where'd they go? What? She goes, I just told them that you were my brother and that you just got out of prison and blah, blah, blah. And said, they were gone, man. I was like, oh, man, I'm going to get jumped in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be waiting on you out there to rob you.
Yeah.
So working out at R.E. Garrison, you ain't had any falls out there or anything?
Yeah. I've
got several good ones on you.
Oh man, look, that was a pretty bad one there, man.
What happened exactly?
Well, you know, and when I was at Webb, I never, once I can say it now, because I never really got hurt or anything at Webb.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I started at Garrison, and they had moved I was on a weekend shift, and we worked like a Friday through Monday. So they had moved all the dispatchers down just they had like a little FEMA trailer. And that way we could be like this is all changed now, you know,
yeah.
But at the time we could be like a guard, you know, we kept the paperwork down there for us. The drivers would come through and you know, we were there already dispatching, but we had the paperwork as well, you know.
Yeah.
So we kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. So they put that FEMA trailer down there, and there's day shift and night shift down there. So, and it's just in the gravel. Well, they put a new, I guess, a fiber optic line in.
Oh God.
And they had buried it in the ground, or dug and put it in the ground.
Yeah.
And I just come flying in there which would be it was actually my Monday on a Friday, you know, and I pulled in there and parked. Well, I've got Skull, I got a bottle of water, I got my lunch, my phone, and it's Monday morning. You're just like, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I go bebopping through there. Well, when I get out of the truck, I see that there is like a trench been cut, right? I didn't think nothing about it. I thought, well, that's where they buried that line. So Biggin walks over there, and there's you go to the back side, and there's stairs. It's just a little trailer, stairs.
Like where you get a hearing test?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I go back, and old Biggin there's got his hands full, and I was like, that's a little soft, but I kind of mashed down on it. I'm like, it held me, no big deal. So I just take off bebopping through there. Well, the next step I hit was like in the center of that trench, and it had rained the night before.
Oh, good God.
And look, Biggin sunk up to his knee. Phone, skull, everything just chunked everywhere. And I was mad. Because it's up to my knee.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there trying to get my leg. It suctioned. It wouldn't let my leg out, man.
It was like quicksand.
Yeah, it
had it down in there,
man. And I'm like, there's nobody around. You know, there's no rails to grab a hold of, you know, to help get so I ended up just like, oh, and just fall over, man. Because, I mean, that's all you can do at this point. It's not coming out. So I had to fall down and then get my leg out of it. And it pulled my, that's how much suction was on it. It pulled my shoe off.
Oh, shit, down in the mud.
Down in the mud.
Yeah.
So I'm having to reach down there and fumble around with it, finally get my shoe out. And I've got mud from my knee down, man. I mean, you can only imagine. You know, you solid mud. So I walk in there, and they're like, they could hear me from it because I mean, it was bad. I was cussing, and I was raising Cain.
Oh,
I was mad. And I went in there, and they of course, by then, they're all standing there looking out the window. Once they found that I had broke my leg off, you know, and I was okay, then it was hilarious, you know. They're like pointing at me outside, look at Tiny rolling around. Yeah, it's funny. How come help, you know. So after I round up all my stuff, which is like everywhere, you know, skull and stuff, and I get inside, and he's like, and I'm mad too by then. And they're like, well,
me too.
he's like, well, why don't you just go home and get? I was like, no, I'm here now. I said, I'm here.
You're gonna put up with my ill ass all day.
You're gonna deal with muddy Tiny all day long. How about that? And I'm sitting over and I go in the bathroom and try to wash off. Well, I get it, you know. It's funny. You got one sock that's perfect. One is brown, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And the shoe, and you're walking, you know. So I finally get set up and I was like, you know, the boys are rough with you, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, not me, because I would be sensitive to the situation.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
I wouldn't ever pick them.
No, me either. I would have rushed right out there.
I would have went out there and helped somebody, you know, at their time of need.
Once I would have figured out you was okay.
Oh yeah.
I would have backed up and started videoing.
Well, that's what scared me, because I called one of the ladies that's over everything, and I was like, hey, I said, I just want to make a note that we need to burn any surveillance camera from 7:45 till 7:50 or 8:15, because I said I don't need that being played on Facebook or blah 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 in slow motion. You know, me just looking like a weeble wobble out there or something rolling around. So
it don't end there. I got another one on you.
Oh man, come on,
yeah,
man.
Dude, I did a whole background check on you.
Well, see, when we talked about doing this, I was like, what are we gonna talk about? And I got thinking some of the stuff that I was like, nope, can't say that. Nope, he'll go to jail for that.
Oh yeah.
I was like, nope, my mama will call me on that one there, you know. JP's like, She goes, just kind of watch out. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, just be good now, blah, blah, blah. And then Dana, she's like, tell them about that time where you broke the glass at school and you had to go get stitches in your hand. And I was like, everybody's telling me.
Oh yeah, all these stories and stuff.
And Trina, she was cool. She was like, she goes, I don't think we've got no real bad ones. I was like, oh yeah, we do.
I can tell one or two, yeah.
But I've been married longer than 30 minutes, so I know better.
Oh yeah. You got to make sure you keep mama happy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All right. A friend of mine told me y'all went around Garden City one time.
I knew that was what it was about. Look, you know the this is back in the day, to where Big Mart was a big hangout,
Oh yeah, I love Big Mart.
And you would have everybody would be up there,
Mm-hmm.
And just
that's where everything from fights to
loving and
I was supposed to say loving relationships or probably babies. I mean,
body parts come up, missing,
right. Yes.
I seen a deer get skinned up there one night. It's like, what in the world?
Only in Hollywood.
Yeah, you ride up on Friday night was better than cable or anything. You didn't know what was going to go on, man.
And there was people from the ages of 11 to 80.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man. No, I can't do that with that. But yeah, you would see people that you're like, I've seen you hang out with my dad, man. What is that all about? You went to school with my dad. What's it?
They're like, yeah, I'm 2 years older than I am. I've been coming up to Big Barton Deli since they poured the concrete.
Yeah, I've been here since we was over at the big tree. Like, you just evolved over here, right? And he's like, yeah. But, now, we was all just sitting around one night, and somebody, I don't even know who it was, somebody come up and said, hey, man, You know there's a satanic church down there around Hayden or whatever?
That's what it was, satanic church.
Yeah, like, no way, man. They can't be. And so they, by then everybody's like, well, let's go find it. I'm like, well, sure, let's go. It's only 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's go,
Oh, yeah.
So we all and tell you how long ago this was. We were on back of pickup trucks and everything else.
Okay. So this was.
God forbid you ride on back of a pickup truck. Man.
You can't now.
There's no way, unless you had a Hans device and.
You got to have a seatbelt.
Seat and everything.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So we just load up and go, man.
Did y'all start out at the Big Martindale?
We started at the Big Martindale. Rounded the crew up, Everybody's like, well, let's go. And the truck that I was with, I found out later on after we got done with all of our shenanigans, the whole time I'm thinking he's got 4-wheel drive. It's just a 2-wheel drive pickup truck.
Oh,
and some of the stuff we went through, man, I was like, he's got 4-wheel drive. I'm not even worried about it.
Oh, so you weren't even studying it?
No, I was not even worried.
So y'all had to go off road.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard about the Satanic Church, but I never did know if anybody ever went up there or not.
We never found one. I mean, we found there was like a.
I've got a story about Banger too, man. It's
oh
crazy.
Lord! Well, we went back off in there to start the trip. We turned off on this back road, all right, and we kept seeing like a glowing at the end of this road. So we was like, "There's the devil, man! We found him." So we pull up.
The church.
There's a church. We pull up, and there's a car on fire, man. A literal car on fire.
Oh, wow.
And we're all we get out and look at it, We're staring at it. Well, here comes. This tell you how times have changed, too.
That would have scared me.
Oh, dude. We were like, look, it's a car. Cops pull up. And they're like, what are y'all boys doing? And we was like, well, we were riding around. I think maybe somebody told them, we're riding around and looking for that devil church,
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, you hear all the stories. You know how to know when you find it when you got that upside down cross on it,
Oh, yeah. Everybody's
They're not going to just throw something out there, like that.
Everybody's been, but has never been.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the cops are like, what are y'all doing? We was like, well, we're riding. And I think somebody told him, we're out here trying to hunt that church. And he goes, this is a stolen car, don't you, boys? And we was like, no, we just pulled up on it,
Oh, God.
He was like, well, y'all need to get on out of here. He said, we got to call this in, blah, blah, blah. Didn't question nothing, man. There was probably 10 or 12 of us out there.
Did anything about
Didn't think nothing about it. We just stole this car and carried it out here and burned it. They was like, y'all get on out of here. We was like, all right, we're out of here. And we go off in there looking. We go down all these back roads, and like I say, I'm thinking we're in a 4-wheel drive, so I'm not really sweating anything. I'm just like, put it in 4-wheel drive. He's, what's that? So we find this old church way back off in the woods. I mean, just out by itself.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we found a church.
That's probably it.
And no, it was like a old timey. I guess I don't know what it was, but it was an old church.
Yeah.
And it was all normal and everything. But I remember like 4 of us.
Did y'all go in it?
No, we were. We were all walking up towards it, and the guy that was with us, he gets up and he puts his foot on the steps. And turns around and starts screaming and running. Well, of course, all of us were like,
I would too. I'd have been bad.
Ain't no questions being asked, man. And look, Michael Jordan ain't got nothing on me because I'm like hopping in the back of this truck, and I've always been a big guy. And I was like hurdled in the back. I was like, let's go. You got to wait on fat guy, man. Let's go. I'm here.
It's like I can walk on water right now.
He's like, what did you see? He's like, nothing. I just thought it'd be funny. Turn around, see how fast we get y'all back in the truck. So, that was a fun night. That was crazy.
They said you got out. Did you get out to pee?
Yeah, I had went to go to the bathroom, and I'm trying to get away from them. Where I'm not just right there with everybody. And next thing I know, I step off in a ditch, and I'm like, I can't see nothing. I'm in grass up to my head.
Oh yeah, Eric said it was. He said Big John went walking off. And next thing I know, he disappeared. He said he was just going.
I was like looking around. I was like, did I step in a booby trap or something? Literally, I had to crawl out of this thing, man. And I was like, man, I just wanted to go to the bathroom. What's the deal? And I don't know. It was it was a weird night, man. It just different stages. It was like you think it can't get no worse.
Oh yeah.
Then you step in a 8-foot ditch on the side of the road. You're like, look, this should have been a red flag when you see a car burning on the side of the road.
Oh yeah,
A normal person would be like, hey, that's it, let's call it.
That's our sign.
That's our sign. Go pack it up, get on back to the old pond. Where
That's
things are a little normal. No, we're gonna trek on, see what we got.
Meet me at the BM and D.
We got
Big Martin.
Big Mart.
We're safe there.
Didn't have cell phones. Thank God we didn't have cell phones back then.
No, I know, man. Cell phones run everything, dude.
You can't change your mind now without somebody taking a picture.
Oh, I know.
And posting it, on
They say you're on camera like 90%.
Yeah, I don't doubt it, man.
I don't either. I don't. Watching some of those crime shows and stuff, they got you when you left the apartment to the time you got in the car. They got you picking your nose at the red light. You know what I mean? It's like, they don't. There's nothing they get away with. We went down to Bangor too, to the witch's house.
Oh man,
that's a true story.
Really?
I swear to God.
See, I've always heard stories about that.
I swear to God.
I'm just not that brave, dude. And I don't know why. I guess it's because they would. I guess I really, in my mind, I figured, hey, you hear the old story, you ain't got to outrun the bear, you just got to be faster than the last one. I was like, there's 12 of us down here. And if I have to throw him out of his truck and get out of here myself, I will.
Trip one of them?
Yeah, trip, I will.
Yeah, I'm all game for shit like that.
But the bad thing about it is they were probably like, that's probably why they carried me. They're like, hey, we carry Big John with us. There is no way Tubby's going to get out of there before we get.
They're going to get
him. They'll probably be full by the time you get done with him, so you ain't going to worry about us. But, no.
Man, my brother Matt, we went up there. Well, there was a bunch of us there too, man. We walked up, we walked and walked and walked and walked, just a rutted road, an old mud road. We come back, we're like, we ain't gonna, it's bullshit. They ain't, somebody said, I think they said you got to go left at the, where it was there. So we're like, we're just gonna walk a little ways, and like we're not gonna put a whole lot of time into it. It's already like it's Halloween night.
Oh
man, I swear, we got up there. There sat this little house. Up in the damn woods. Dogs tied up to trees and then things started barking. The moon. I mean, it was just like, I'll never forget this night, I swear. Matt has been drinking. I was too young to drink at that point. So he just walks right up on the porch.
Oh no.
I'm serious as a heart attack. Then the front porch light came on. And Matt knocks on the door. She says, who is it? I'm serious as a heart attack. Matt says, trick or treat. She comes out. Matt and him steps off the porch. We all just kind of bailed off the porch.
Yeah,
which I never made it on the porch. I did. I was like, yeah, hell no, I'll stay in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
So, dude, no lie, I swear my hand up. She opened the door. She's like, what are y'all doing? Matt said, we're trick or treating. She said, all the way up here? He said, yeah, all the way up here. So we heard you was a witch. She said, I ain't no witch. She said, I don't even know if I got any candy. Matt said, oh man. She goes back in. Like she just walks back. She said, let me look. So she walks back in. So I'm like, no, it's got to be harmless. So I go up on the porch with her. And it's me and my cousin and my brother. She comes back out with these peppermints. They've probably been in the drawer for 20 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was so scared, I started eating some of the damn candy she gave me. I'm serious. I was like so nervous, man. And Matt asked me on the shoulder, he's like, what are you doing? I said, what? He said, you're eating the candy from a witch, you dumbass. I'm serious. And she just kept saying, I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch.
We're not dragging you back to the car when you can't function anymore.
It was intense. The funniest thing about the whole deal, though, we leave years later. I started working in Louisiana Pacific down in Hansville, and a guy rented that property to deer hunt on.
Right.
So he had that house as like his hunting lodge kind of thing or whatever. So I was telling the same story I just told you to some guys. They went and got him. He said, that's it. That's the house. I'm telling you. He said, I promise you. Yeah. So he comes over here and asks me. I'm like, well, like if you walk through the door we were at, and you had the kitchen, then there's a beaded curtain, There really was, I'll never forget like looking in there. She had that old like dark hair, like a gray streak in the front. I'm not kidding you, like in a robe. Yeah, he told me, he said, the guy that leased it to him told him, said, if you wanted to put some stuff in there or whatever, nobody goes up there. You can leave whatever you want to in there if you want to leave jackets or whatnot. And there's a bathroom up there. And he, of course, he's like, okay. So he goes in there one time, and he said one wall of one room was nothing but witchcraft books.
See, I'm out on that, dude. I mean,
well, I was too young and stupid.
You were like, I'm out with him, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's my brother. I'm getting to go out and, you know, exactly, they might let me drink a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whole one.
Drop me off up there.
There'd always been stories about. We had heard, you know, and you're hearing all this stuff when we were going to look for that church that night, you know.
Oh yeah.
And you hear stories about them having like stuff that was down in that cave.
Oh yeah, I don't do no caving.
No. Well, see, and that was only, I'd never been in there before then, and we went in the middle of the day. I ain't going in there at night. But
No,
these guys were talking about going over at night, and they'd be out there, you know, doing their little whatever down in that cave. And there was one guy that, he actually was he was same age as we are, and he was talking about that, you know, you don't know what to believe, but he was a pretty straight shooter.
Yeah. Talking
about, you know, that they went down there and seen all this going on and was out of there, and so when they got back to their car, there was 2 or 3 just standing out there asking them, what are y'all doing? And like they drove off, you know, and they're like, I can't remember if they were in Hansville or what, but they drove that far back and thought, hey, we'll get something to eat. Said they were the only ones at the restaurant, and said, look, and they're staring in the window at them. And I was like, no, dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that.
I was like, no, I'm out, dude.
Hell no, I don't like it.
Yeah, see, but we got into stuff like that, you know.
Did you ever go to the chicken plant?
No, I never did get into that. I never did go do that.
Adam and them went one time. Do you remember Freddie that's deaf? He can't talk or hear.
I don't think I know him.
They carried him
really?
to the chicken plant. Yeah.
That was a weird place too. I remember them talking about all that stuff, you know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of the stuff I can remember them talking about it, and I was like, no, ain't happening. Because I can't outrun nobody, you know. If this goes bad, you know. I was like, I'm the bringing up the rear, you know. So.
They're talking about outrunning anybody. They're wanting me to give the race to this boy that's one-legged.
Do what now?
Yeah, they're wanting me to race this boy that's one-legged.
I don't know.
I'm serious. They're wanting me to. For like a gamble, like a bet, like.
I don't know. What is it?
He's sponsored.
I'd just say you better be careful, man. They
said he's the 3rd fastest guy on the track team. I'm bringing him on the show. He's gonna come on here.
Man.
Yeah, 15 years old. He's already got like a leg sponsor. It's one of those ones that's got like the curve at the bottom.
Paperclip looking things. What is it? Cat Williams? Is it Tink Tink?
Yeah.
Where he's talking about he runs in there all you hear is tink 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 tink. And they disqualify him because he's got an unfair advantage. They're like, he's like, wait a minute now. He said, this poor little fella ain't got no legs, and you're saying he's got an unfair advantage. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, you know. Some people just gripe about everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they're wanting me to race him. He's wanting me to race him.
Well, see, now you better be careful because, like,
oh, he's fast. I know he's gonna be fast.
See, I listen to Rick and Bubba a lot too, like especially on the way to work. And Greg, you know, his brother's on there, and they had got him set up with wrestling with this guy that didn't have no arms.
Oh, those kind of people will.
And he wore him out. He made him tap out, man. And I was like, that's something I would get into.
Me too. Me too.
And then you're waking up 30 minutes later. What happened, huh?
He was challenging me the other night, man. He stayed on me too. He's like, dude, look, you got to race me, bro. I'm like, all right. So when he comes on the podcast, I'm gonna race him.
You're gonna race him.
Yes, I'm gonna race him.
That's.
I'm doomed.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad, man.
Yeah.
That'd be great entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be glued to it watching it.
I'm gonna be training.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna start training.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running to the refrigerator instead of walking.
Exactly. That's my whole cardio now. It's like getting off the couch, going to the refrigerator. You know, I might jog to the long bathroom down the hall. You know, instead of going to one in the bedroom.
Oh yeah. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go that extra. I'm gonna go that extra 15 feet. I do the same thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Instead of getting my beer out of the kitchen refrigerator, sometimes I'll walk to the laundry room.
You gotta win. That's exactly right.
But really, I only do that because there's a bathroom in between them.
Yeah, you gotta,
if I gotta pee, you know, it's
stretch it out. That's crazy, man. I told him, I said, we were talking about that the other day, how it's changed, you know. You think of stuff you did when you were in high school. Because I always kid them about, they're always talking about, hey, would you go back and play football? And I was like, man. I said, I love that. That was, you know, I love playing football.
Football's fun, yeah.
I mean, you know, I played since I was, you know, old enough to play till when I left.
Yeah.
Graduated. And I said, yeah, I'd play. I said, I would be just a complete monster for about 2 plays. I said, after that, I'd have to have some oxygen and, you know.
Oh, hell yeah, me too. Dude.
You know, and then I said, complete monster.
I don't even want to get hit by one in high schoolers either. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. I don't know. They don't have the big guys seem like now like they used to.
Dude, when I swear, man, we were talking about this not long ago. When I was in like 9th grade, well, no, let's go back, 7th grade. Like I felt like people that was on the high school football team were like grown men. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
Man.
And I feel like, because I watched Taliban the other night. You know, I was on the radio with them.
Yeah.
And all them guys are about my size, but you know, I'm small compared to a football player. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's just different now. I feel like everybody's like little again.
Well,
you know
it's like I think I had said something. I'd seen, you know, we went to see Hayden last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he was in the band, and I was sitting there and I seen Coach McFella, and I was talking to him. I was like, Coach, I said, you know, we shook hands and everything, and I said, they're not. I said, Coach, they're not big no more. I said, you know, I said, you look, you know, you had like me and Jeremy Miller, Hambone, you know, big guys, you know. But I said, you just don't see
a good line.
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
Coach Mick was like, well, my God, son, he goes, you're saying they're not big compared to. And he's looking at me, and I'm like, well, I guess you're right. Never mind. Okay, I got you.
How big was you in school, though?
I was probably, I've never been tall. I was 3+ my senior year.
So that's what Jerry Mayfield was our biggest guy.
So, you know, yeah.
On the football team.
See, I remember all y'all when y'all
He's got a lot of height, man.
Yeah, see, that was it. Like, you can go back and look. Trying to always kids me about my picture because you go back and look, and I'm as big as anybody. Or bigger, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like almost a foot shorter than everybody. It's like, man, I tell you what, it's pitiful.
I didn't even grow any height until I got to school.
You know.
I really didn't. I think my license was like 5'6", 120.
That's me.
You know, I mean, small.
I told him, I said, I always kid him. I was like, well, I'm a normal weight if I was like 9'6" or something like that, you know.
That's what they say. That's what they say. It ain't. I'm not overweight. I'm just under height.
Under height, exactly.
Oh God. We're my family's in the big head class. Yeah. Because like I swear, man, like a regular cat, I'm on like 2 clicks from the end.
Oh, you're talking to the big.
Yeah. And I'm like, people will be like, hey, let me see your hat. And they're going to put that thing on and it just swallows.
It rolls around.
Yeah, and they're like, good God, what a melon you got, man, you know? Yeah.
That's usually when they ask me, they're like, what size of hat do you want? I'm like, well, go out there and put it on a pumpkin, and if it fits, I'll take it.
That's right.
I said, other than that, you'll end up in the dash of my truck or, you know, at the house somewhere. But,
God, we was talking about something a second ago, and I was going to try to, there was something I was going to say. God,
I know that's what we were talking about. I was like, everybody's like, say something about this, say something about this. I said, well, you bringing all this up now, and I said, when I get there, I'll put up.
I do the same thing.
Well,
People too, every time.
Like, I'll tell you, like, when I leave or something, I'll get out your driveway and be like, oh man, we should have told about that.
Yeah. I do the same stuff, man. There's been so many times that a lot of people were like real nervous, like coming on, you know. I think you said you was
I didn't get nervous. I was like cool with it, man, until I got like the Fairview, and I was like, whew. Stop, get me a brown bag or something to blow in, you know.
That's what the other night when I was on the radio, that's what Randy said. He said, you did good, man. You weren't nervous. I said, yeah, but if I was speaking, like seeing all the people that I was hearing, you know, yeah, that'd be like a lot different deal, you know.
Exactly. I know what you mean, man.
I was gonna tell you though, I had big news about my. I got a sunglasses sponsor. Yeah, I hadn't recorded the ad yet, man. It was crazy at work, but
That's huge, man.
it's cool. Yeah, Volcrum, Volkrom, Volcrum. Yeah,
And their sunglasses. That's cool, man.
yeah, pretty neat. You can use Guess Two as a code, promotion code, 30% off.
I'll have to get some and model them for you.
I definitely need you for that.
Oh yeah, we sell out. You're gonna sell out.
Hollywood is missing out.
It is, man. We're gonna have to bring.
We could be David Spade, Chris Farley.
Chris Farley.
All day long.
I think they need us, man. You know,
I do too.
With the COVID and stuff like it's been going on, and it's time. You know,
for us,
it is.
It's a shine.
It is. Because like I don't know. I don't want to go back stripping and stuff because it's just.
How good was your?
I told a guy the other day. He was like, "What are you gonna do, Tony? If you?" He said, "If something happened." I was like, "Man, I guess I can go back stripping." He's like, "Huh?" He goes, "Really? Is that what you did?" I was like, "Shut up, man. No, I'm just being." No, I didn't. Then you have to tell him. You're like, no, I'm just kidding, Jocelyn here with you,
man.
Yeah. He's like, then he was scared. I was like, it's just a joke. Calm down, buddy. Just take a breath.
Yeah.
But yeah, that way.
I might start stripping too, man.
Okay.
I wonder if Foxy's will let us in.
That right there, boy. I don't know. That's over in what is that, Etowah?
Yeah. Walnut Grove.
Grove.
Yeah, that's where everybody used to have to go get their beer.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to go to Warrior or Walnut Grove.
That's a rough place there, man.
You ever been in there?
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah, it's.
I was on their softball team though.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a rough place right there, man. I remember. I was out of high school, when we went over there, but that's a. We'd always see it when you go to Talladega or something, and it was. I don't know. You just keep going when you go in there.
What, going in there?
No, you're like, man, we're good, buddy. We're all right. Yeah, it's man. You didn't. Nope.
I've never got into it, dude. I went to Fantasia. I've been to a full nude Nashville. Yeah, I still like it. I felt nervous in there the whole time, dude. Bad. Service though. You like concerts?
I do. We true redneck fashion. I think we've seen.
You're good.
I think we've seen Hank. About every time he's ever come close. George Strait.
Man, I love George Strait.
Oh man,
that man never ages.
No, man. I mean, you just.
He's got to be like the sexiest man alive.
He does, man. I told him that'd be the only man I'd leave my wife for.
Yeah. Me and you both.
And then Montgomery Gentry.
I know that. I remember
was
they kind of like
they were like a duo.
They were kind of like
Daddy
Brooks
Won't
and
Sell
Dunn.
the Farm.
Daddy on a radio. No,
that's
Alan Jackson.
What else was it? Speed. I'm trying to think of something. And see now I'm on the spot. I don't think of.
Yeah.
We've seen them. We've seen.
You got to tell me one within 5 seconds. Cash Cab.
Yeah, exactly.
Name me.
Tronda, she get on to me, but we went to see them. We went to see. It was then. Well, let's see. Did JP? Yeah, JP went with us. We went to see him at Montgomery Gentry, and of all people, Cletus T. Judd.
I bet he was something.
Oh, he was hilarious.
He probably put on a hell of a show.
He put on a good show.
Yeah.
I told him I think that was the first concert that I went to where you seen both band, both acts, and you were like happy to see them. You're like, you're not sitting in that first one going, could y'all just get off the stage and let's get the main one going, But he was cool, and then and Montgomery Gentry played Hillbilly Shoes.
Hillbilly.
Yeah,
dude, I'm countryer than this.
You'd know it when you hear it, but
yeah, I'm not. I'm way countryer than this. I should know this.
It was me and Tronda, and then JP and Nate Ayers and his wife went.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had bought the tickets I bought them that morning. But the only bad thing about it is there was 2 at this place, and then the other 3 were at another location.
You were.
So when we got there, it was full. And we go in there, and it's not in the, is it Von Braun?
Yeah.
It's not in the big auditorium. It was in the smaller.
I reckon there's different sections of that.
The music hall or something like that.
Yeah, because when my brother called those spots, they had one in Huntsville, and I remember there was something else going on like another area, and it might even be like Disney on Ice or something. Not whatever it is, When
they've got like a huge, like a big
that place
area.
is way bigger than you think.
And then they have like smaller venues, I guess, around it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what you'd say, but they were in the smaller venue, so it was loud. Golly, it was loud, And we were having a good time, and we were all big, Montgomery Gentry fans, and Tronda hates me to tell it because she wore, that was bad. Let's tell you the time wise that she had a Birkenstocks on.
Oh yeah, the Birkenstocks. Shit, I can't remember what everybody had them, the slip-ons.
Yeah, the slip-ons. So they start playing Hillbilly Shoes, and during the song, I look over and Tronda's got her shoe off, and she's waving it, through the show, and we're like, and I look down the aisle and I can see JP, and she's like, I'm like, I don't know.
What the hell?
She was getting after it though, so she was having a good time. I was like, hey, great, because she was loving it. But I always kid her about when that song comes on, I go, keep your damn shoes on now. Don't be. I know we're in the pickup truck. Don't take your shoes off. Go to Hillbilly Shoeing it. So
everybody that's like, they're from Alabama. Hell, they ride around with their feet on the dash all the time.
Man, I can't. Like I'm big. You ain't gonna have to worry about Biggin doing that, But that was a cool concert because we went and they came out afterwards and signed autographs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
because it's not Von Braun and those things. I forgot about that. It wouldn't be but about what, a couple thousand fans.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
it's a small.
Yeah, and they come out
there. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's not.
They had the buses parked at the back, so we walked to the back there, and you could see Cletus on his bus. Well, everybody was trying to get him to come off his bus, and he wouldn't come off his bus. He was just kind of looking at everybody, and he's like, "Come sign, blah blah," and he's like, And I went up there, and I'm not saying I was inebriated, but I was at a concert. And I said, "Here, sign this." And I just pulled my shirt up and stuck my belly against the window on his bus. And he was like, "Man, I got to sign that." So he comes out and signs my belly or whatever. And then he starts signing. Everybody's high-fiving me and stuff because he gets off the bus, He starts signing everything. Well, then Montgomery Gentry comes out and they start signing everything. And they sign like my cowboy hat. And Troy, that's the one that he passed away in that plane crash.
Troy.
Ain't
From
Troy?
Montgomery Gentry?
Yeah.
Man, I'm blank on them so bad.
The one that
Toby Keith's face keeps popping up. I don't know why.
Well, he come out. JP was like, "Hey, I want your hat." And he was like, "No, you can't have my hat." And then he reaches over and just puts it on her. So it was a good night that night.
Yeah, I like it whenever they come out and
they're just down
there
there
that kind of stuff. Brady and them were at Waffle House in Coleman at like 2:00 in the morning one time, and Colt Ford come through.
Dude.
Saw that bus pull up. Colt Ford actually went in Waffle House and he gave him like some CDs, some shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's me. That's cool. I always scared about meeting like celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Because you got them built up in your head, and you're like,
dang, what if he's an ass?
Yeah, what if he's an ass, man?
Yeah.
So, and they say a lot of times they are,
Oh yeah, like Nick Saban, he's an ass.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, you're right. Nick just tells it like it is, man.
I am not gonna lie to you. I like it.
Oh yeah,
I really do. It's only the rivals the reason why I even give bigger shit about him. I'm like, I can't act like I like him.
And when you sit here and act like cheer for Auburn and you
we
say
don't,
something like
we're
that,
not gonna do that.
You say something like that, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm not, and I know you're not because I've watched games with you before. But now I'm not the guy when you come over here and Auburn and Alabama it's both on, or you're gonna watch both games with me or whatever. Alabama's playing. You know that I want Alabama to lose.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
But now I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, you face. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person. Now once you leave, Oh hell, we go to opening champagne.
Oh yeah.
But I can't stand fans like that because they're on Auburn and they're on Alabama side both.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, that's why I'm gonna have Gary Hollingsworth on here sometime. Gary is one of the best like Alabama fans ever. You know, he just cuts up and has a good time. And unless you start to look provoking him a little bit, he don't even say anything about it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know.
And I got friends like that, man. You just, you know, they're cool. They're, you know, and they're like, you know, oh, okay, now you need to dial it back a little bit. You know, okay, hey, that touched a little close to home, man. All right, calm down with it. Now we're all just here to have a good time. You know? So
I've been around some Auburn fans before where I'm just like, yeah, dude, I wish you were like some other fan.
Well,
you know, and it does. That shit gets on my last nerve, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you would think. I mean, I've been accused of being a bammer. And I try to be, you know,
You're a Bammer, but it's because you're an Alabama fan. It's not like you're going to come over here and be like.
And just like, you know, but now, hey, let me tell you something. My mom.
She's hardcore.
Oh, you could. Nick Saban, they could have him on camera walking into a bank, robbing it, pulling it back, you know, coming back out with all this money, fully on camera.
She'd swear it was.
She'd be like, well, they were provoking him. They made him do it. Why are they picking on Nick?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That was probably his money anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you know, and like you'd be watching a game with her or something, and you know, clear face mask, nearly ripped this kid's helmet off. She's like, well, that ain't a face mask. Why they call it on Alabama? Mom, really? Come on now.
The established Wi-Fi connection.
Oh man, the government's listening to us.
I was like, what was that?
Yeah, she just tuned in. The government's listening to us.
Uh-oh. We were talking about Nick Saban's what it was, man. Nick's going to come over the intercom. Cut it out, guys. I'm not getting a piece of this, so cut it out.
And quit writing me down for the president on the ballot.
Exactly. Yeah, and I was even kidding him. I told him, when he said that, it made me think about Tommy Tuberville. I said, well, I voted for Tommy Tuberville just so that Auburn wouldn't consider him for a football coach again.
I know, yeah.
We didn't need him back down there.
He had a good run. I think he just got to where he was over it. Talk about, when we were talking about the football thing, talking about the face mask and shit, targeting, that drives me crazy. It can be Alabama playing Georgia, and I don't like either one of them. And they'll call up somebody for targeting. I'm like, you're going to eject that man? And then everybody gets too scared to tackle.
Exactly. And
it's no fun to me. It's like, give them the 15-yard penalty, make them sit out a series of downs or something, then let them come. I think that's bullshit because it's people's opinion, you know?
Exactly.
Because I've seen some before.
Yours may vary from what I think.
Right, yeah. I'm like, it's football, brother.
He knew what he got into when he strapped that helmet on.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, and some of those guys, too, I mean, you got to think, they come through the line with their head down, tailback. Used to, that's what they used to say. Get low, go through the line.
Run them over.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and you think, what was that?
I think it really like ties the defense's hands behind their backs.
It does.
They're almost scared to tackle.
Well,
they're scared to go up for a pass. I mean,
we were talking about that kid. What was that quarterback? I can't think of where he played, but you know, he did like he was going to slide, and then no, I'm not going to slide. Took off running. You know, and the defensive guy done pulled up and everything, and that's just I don't know.
I can see if a quarterback, let's just say a quarterback has released the ball, and that thing's almost at the receiver's hands, and some jackass runs over him. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's throw a flag on him.
Yeah.
But chances are, especially in college, NFL probably not so much because the players pretty much run the team, I think, in NFL. But like college, I don't think there's a coach out there that's going to let you knock somebody's head off and you're not going to get your ass chewed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just see that.
I would almost want to get ejected.
Yeah, because
it's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I'll be in the locker room. Maybe he'll be calmed down by the time he gets back in here, you know, a little bit. You know, I don't want to go to the sidelines with him. You know.
No. There's a lot of coaches get in the helmet with you. You know?
Oh yeah. You say that. That made me think. When I was coaching y'all, like in Pee Wee and Wee Wee and stuff.
Oh yeah. If you'd have threw me the damn ball, we'd have been state champion.
That's it, man. That's it. Do you remember Mark Hayes? Big guy. He was a referee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Ron's son.
Yeah, it's Ron's son.
Yeah.
And see, Matt played at Holly Pond with us.
Mm-hmm.
And but Mark was a year older than us, but he's the ref and everything. So we're coaching, and we went. I can't remember who we were playing. We were playing maybe Good Hope or something. Maybe I think it was Good Hope.
We got to bring that back up in a second. Don't forget that.
Okay.
I keep you rolling.
But yeah, and I just thought of that when he's talking about the refs.
That's one with the podcast, man. I'm like, you write a bunch of shit down, it ain't gonna work, man. We're gonna get off.
Stop this.
We're going to left field.
Exactly. Well, and I'm so dumb, man. If I don't say it, just spewed it out, I'll forget it here in a minute. But
that's why I said that about Ghetto.
But we were talking about, how the ref getting in it, blah blah blah. Well, he called a targeting call on one of y'all. I can't remember who it was. I think it may have been Heath Berry.
Could have been, yeah.
And I mean, what he did, he laid this kid out. I mean, it wasn't
Heath
a clip.
and him were always big. Heath and Ron both.
Yeah,
were
they were right there. That was,
yeah.
And he hit this kid. I mean, it would have been close. If I wasn't a Holly Pond guy, I would have been like, that's a clip.
Right.
But I was like the coach, and I was like, hey, he about took him out of his cleats. Well, he throws a flag, he's gonna throw him out of the game. Well, of course, you got the parents back here just screaming, that's crazy. You can't do that. Go out there and talk to that ref, rah rah. So I go out to midfield, right, and here's Matt. And he's like, what? And I just start doing that.
Oh, you're just faking.
Like,
yeah.
And he's looking at me, man. He's like,
so you're throwing your hands?
Yeah. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, look, man. They told me to come out here and talk to you about this. I think you made the right call, but people over here, man, they want something done about it.
So you're like,
oh, man, I just can't. Yeah, and I walk out. He's like, just looking at me the whole time, like, you have flipped your gourd.
It's like, look, I gotta get on you, or look like I'm getting on you, or one of these parents is going,
they're gonna just chew my ass the rest of the time I'm out
right,
here.
yeah.
So I'm really putting this up here, I got into it too. I was like, and then I go back to sidelines, and that guy, I can't remember who was with me, but he was like, you told him, didn't you? I was like, you dang right I told him, man. Then I let him know how it was, all right? And he always kids me about that. He's like, man, what are you doing? You swat the fly or something? What's going on, man? I was like, no, man. I'm just.
Can you see me coming out to talk to you? And it's like, I know it's special interference, and me doing that to you. It's like, my God, really just knocked the shit out of him.
I think y'all are doing a wonderful job, man.
I'm out here because so-and-so's dad's a big dude, and I'm afraid he's a little crazy.
Do you see the guy back there foaming his mouth? He's probably going to try to kill me if I come out here.
He said he just got out of prison, and he don't care to go back.
Exactly. Hey, they're going to be giving away free hot dogs over here in about 30 minutes, so make sure you are over here, okay?
You act like you're going to shoot them birds as you're walking off, and you just do the ring fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Real quick. Yeah.
Walk out the Friends?
Yeah.
You walk off?
Oh my God, we gotta do that to my wife, man, because she used to run around doing that all the time. See, I married like I wouldn't say a snowflake. She's not real good at like arguing or anything. So she's one of those ones that would do the like the fist thing together. Yeah, yeah, she's not real good at arguing.
Trying to get fired up, and then she'll look and see if anybody's looking. So she chew on you, man, but then she don't want to make a scene or nothing. She's one of those. We'll talk about this when we get back in the truck.
Oh yeah, and you get back in there, Dre. You like open the door for her and stuff.
Yeah,
and you're like,
exactly.
Baby, I was just kidding.
It's just cutting up, man.
Yeah.
You want to go somewhere right now? Yeah. Now I'll make a home.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like.
And see, I don't have no kids, so I can't go tell Mama she looks pretty today or something.
Oh yeah. My kids, man, I've been worried about my son. I've been worried about him bad. I'm waiting on teachers to call me.
Oh man.
No lie.
He just.
Yeah, he asked me the other night.
He's like, Daddy.
What do you want? What do you think we're going to eat for supper? And I said, what? He said, these nuts.
He's like, oh.
Yeah. Just turned 5 in June.
You start laughing, you're like, oh wait a minute, I can't do that.
Yeah, and they're blaming it on me.
Oh. What?
I know.
Man, that's pitiful.
That's profiling.
That is. That don't even sound that like
no.
you, man.
I went right back to reading my Bible and didn't even pay them no attention.
Come on now, we don't get struck by lightning right here.
Hey, we've already been hit by lightning here too. Lightning follows us.
Yeah. It's like Tornado Alley almost through here, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It wants to go down 69, then it always goes towards like Hogjaw and
Yeah, that I think when the what is that? The big tornadoes and all that stuff. It went
2011.
Yeah, it went all behind us. So, we didn't have any we didn't have power for seemed like a year and a half. But
God Almighty, it was a long time. That's what where I lived over there got blew down.
Yeah.
And there was no after like day 2, there was no cold drinks.
No.
Everybody sold out of ice or melted. And Michael Carter actually called me and said, "Hey man, I heard about your place. What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm outside. I'm actually still going in getting stuff out, and stuff." And he said, "I'm coming back from Georgia. You want some beer and I'll put it on some ice?" Or he said, "You want some beer?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to remake the Shawshank Redemption movie where, they're on top of that rooftop and they get that cold beer,
Exactly. Yeah,
I said, if you could bring me some beer and some ice, I swear to God, when the power comes back on and I can get to an ATM, I'll pay you back. And man, when he showed up with that dude, I know the good Lord will probably ask me about this when I get up there, but I really felt like he was an angel pulling up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm out there sweating my ass off, like just crawling in, getting shit, coming back out. We hauled a lot of it like to storage and stuff. And I swear, dude, I was like, when I saw him pulling up, I mean,
he's like, oh.
yeah. He asked me if I was gay 3 times. I kept hugging him. And
dude, you got this aura that you can just come around you when we got out of the truck.
Oh, I mean, it was like, yes, that beer was so good.
Oh,
dude.
man. Well, we were stupid that morning because Mama called us. That was when I was still at Webb, and it come through and got Hansful and all that morning.
It went down 30. Did it go 31 across that one in the morning's when it got me?
Yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't at home, so I can't say it got me, but it got where I live. But it was about 5:30, right?
Yeah. It was early that morning. Well, because we went to work that morning in Tronda, I followed her in because it was still raining and like thunderstorms, and we were getting to work. We got to work, and we worked about maybe an hour, and the power went off. Well, then we got tornado warnings. Well, then at the time, I guess I can talk about them since I don't work there anymore. But at a plant, their OSHA and everything, tornado warnings, you can't be out on the floor. So they had us all pulled into the break room, and we sat in there like all day long, just because we were under tornado warnings.
Man, it was like 50 tornadoes.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. And it was funny because the safety guy at the time was out that day. So we were like, the course of people that smoked, they were like, dude, we can't sit in here anymore. We're going back out out on the back patio to smoke.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we'll go out there with you. We'll get a dip, So we go out there, and the clouds are just awful. Well, we standing out there, and like I say, the safety guy wasn't at work that day. So we're standing out there, and we've got video of it where we're filming that big one that went across Coleman that tore up like Busy Bee and all that stuff.
Oh, man, yeah, that was awful.
We're filming it, watching it go across. And you see it out there, and you're like, that's out in the pasture or something, out in the woods. You don't think of it going downtown.
You don't think of it being so, like, what damage is causing either.
And one of the ladies that was there, they were like, hey, stupid, y'all may need to get back up here because that's tore up downtown Coleman. We're like, no, it didn't. So we start calling, like I called Tronda because she works at warehouse.
Yeah.
And I called her. Well, the phone, you couldn't get through. Well, then I got a little nervous. And they was like, well, you can't leave because we're still under a tornado warning. And I was like, well, hey, I'm out of here. I can't get a hold of my wife, and I'm not going to sit out here in the dark.
Yeah.
So they finally ended up letting us go. And luckily, she was at her dad's, and they watched it go over. And it was just, you don't think of it, I guess.
No, you don't. I've seen it even on TV and TikTok reels and Facebook reels, and it is not, you're thinking, that don't look that big,
Yeah.
My God, dude.
It was huge. What's that picture, the one that they got where they're standing at Jack's looking across over there at Katoma?
Yes.
Is it the Alpha Insurance Company where they're looking across, and that thing's just a monster.
It was almost it was about a half a mile wide.
Yeah, it's
something, wasn't it? Yeah.
Of course, and like I talked about before, your buddies are a little rough. They're like, hell, we ain't gonna worry about it till we see Tiny floating across the sky. Then we'll worry about getting in undercover. Thanks, guys.
Did you tell them that you was a certified lifeguard at one time?
That's what I told them, man, and nobody believed me. I said, dude, they did Baywatch off of me.
Yes,
okay?
they did.
So,
When you were when you were a lifeguard, was you a lifeguard with Jamie and
no, they were after. Jamie and Damon, they were lifeguard after.
Jamie and Damon and Shauna Kilpatrick.
Was she? I don't remember her. I remember Jamie and Damon.
Yeah, I remember Jamie.
But I always kid him. I was like, "There's no way both of y'all. If I go down in that pool, y'all ain't dragging me out." I was like, "I hate it for you, Like, let's just be real here,
I used to want to pull a Sandlot on her so badly. I'm not even kidding you. I really did. There was so many times my little 34-pound ass was walking down the side of that pool looking up at her. She had the purple contact lenses. And I'm thinking, just act like you're going to drown.
Just act cool, man. Act cool. She walked by and you're like, what's wrong with him, man?
And they would always like kind of flirt with you a little bit, which they were, they were just being friendly. They'd be like, "What's going on, cutie pie?" And I'd like trip up and fall in the pool.
That's when you're like, what's your name? I don't know.
I'm all just I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm all good.
I remember.
Those were the days, man. I mean, that was a big deal. You don't even have public pools anymore.
No, every one of them had a crack in it, and they just let them go. Dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, we used to live at Holly Pond.
You ain't lying, dude. I have so many good memories at that pool. Dude.
Oh yeah. I told Turner, like, to this day, you knew it was, what was it? Mondays was 1 to 8. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Then Fridays they'd stay open to 8, and Saturday and Sunday was 1 to 5.
Yes. And
then Miss Harris always had like something growing along that fence, gourds or something, all kinds of stuff, And
she loved that up there.
Oh, she loved that whole place, man.
Yeah, she did. She was.
And she took. I mean, it was always immaculate. Nothing out of place. Garbage was always, grass cut.
You remember them old popsicles too? You broke in the middle.
Go up there with $1 and get like 70 boxes of candy. They were a dime or something like that.
Oh yeah, you could get a bag of damn fudge rounds.
We're not gonna let that go. We're not letting that go. We're leaving this house right now, and we're gonna scour Coleman and Arab and find a bag of fudge rounds.
That's right. What was it you said? Dumbass didn't even take the $8 million.
Yeah,
100,000 to play at the Super Bowl.
That's what I heard. 100,000. He's like, nah. He told him, said, no, I'll sing it for free. He said, I'd sing that song anywhere for free.
So you think he's gonna play? You think he'll play there?
I think he's holding out for money. I'll be honest with you. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah,
he'll probably sing it. That would be rough though, man. $8 million.
Dang, dude, I'm thinking about like
I would almost
8,000.
Dude, I would almost wear an Auburn jersey like for $8 million. Come on, man, what's the deal?
Forever.
Out there singing
There's
Rocky
a lot.
Top.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I would do for $8 million.
I'm sorry, Nick, but $8 million.
Yeah.
Man, you just gotta.
$8 million.
That's crazy. That's a lot of money.
I mean, like, dude, I don't know if there's anything I wouldn't do for $8 million.
There's
There's nothing.
No, really. I'm like, I'm gonna get it.
Even you can think of something gross. And it's just like, I'd still do that for $8 million.
Yeah, I'll buy like a.
Because my friends, honestly, if I was like, hey man, that it was for $8 million,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Though they wanted me to do this, but it was $8 million, for $8 million, they'd be like, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think you're like, well, I'm getting in trouble with the wife. Trying to be kicking me out the door. She's like, you better do whatever. So where do we sign? Whoa. She'd be like, here's your pen. Go.
That's like Michael Jackson. With the $13 million for that boy. Shit, dude, my dad would have shoved me in that shower so quick.
Look, like, better get on now.
My dad would have been like, this hurts me worse than it will you.
Yeah, he's like, we'll talk over it when we go to the bank with this check.
Dude, shit, yeah.
So, shoot.
We have to have a wheelbarrow to carry the money.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Yeah, my dad would have shoved me in there so damn fast. He said, "Go ahead, Mike. I got the door, man. I'll watch."
Oh, but the repercussions after that, you'd have heard it the rest of your life, man.
Who gives a shit? It's $13 million, man.
Like over there wiping your eyes with $100 bills.
Yeah. It was terrible.
It's terrible. Go get me a bag of fudge rounds.
Go get me.
I don't know.
Yeah. I would have come. Yeah. I'd come out of that shower and be like, "Whoa! Guess who's rich?"
You've been doing the Ric Flair out there walking down
You're
there.
damn right I would have.
Fine.
Whoa! Yes.
Oh, man. We had some good times though, too, man.
Oh yeah, there's a right here, Coleman, Alabama. This is it's probably one of the best places on earth.
Yeah, I mean, really. I don't know. I just you think of the stuff we did, back when we were younger versus I don't know how I cut back into that, but you just I don't know. These kids nowadays, there's so much out there. Like, shoes, you never worried about nothing like that.
No, God, no. Yeah. Somebody's gonna meet somebody and fight.
Yeah.
And I mean, you didn't.
That
worry
was
about
the big deal. You had to walk around saying you got your tail whooped for a while.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't.
You didn't worry about nobody with a gun or.
It wasn't none of this 9 people jumped in and yeah.
No.
We won't ever get back to those times either. I'm afraid.
No.
Cell phones too, man. A lot of people just stand back, like watch people like get their ass kicked. It's like you video a dude beating up a girl.
Exactly. Man.
You know what I mean?
Like, if you see me getting beat up, put the phone down for a minute and come, at least get them off of me.
Yeah, damn right. I'm gonna help. I swear I am.
That's crazy.
It's the world we live in, though.
It is, man. And I mean, you really think about it, like our grandpas and stuff, they probably said the same thing with us coming up to a point.
Oh, yeah.
Times
are changing so much. If you could go back in the time, like to any time, but you could come back to today too.
Yeah.
Like you go back for like a minute, what would you do? What would you change? Like if you could go back.
I don't really know. I mean, there's not a whole
Cell
lot.
phone would almost be questionable.
Yeah.
To where it was just mobile and text.
Yeah. I mean, that's coming. I mean,
Yeah. That would be one of them. I'd go back and put a condom on Joe Biden's dad.
Exactly.
Back in 1926 or whatever
Exactly.
it was. Yeah.
We got to stop that at some point. That's that gene pool's too deep already. Let's just shut it down.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Get back, put a rubber on him.
Good night, man. That old boy. I mean, I don't know. He's out there, man. I mean, whether you agree with a Democrat or Republican, either way, you got to look at that poor old fella and just say, look, that guy's something ain't right, man.
No, Kamala ain't no better, is it?
Yeah,
that's scarier.
They're talking about getting rid of Biden. I was like, well, if you get rid of him, look what's coming up.
Next option's even worse. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why she's in there is because she was a Monica Lewinsky. I mean, honestly,
you got to call
truth
it.
be known. I mean, yeah.
Truth hurts sometimes. I mean, and they were laughing at. I heard on the radio that they were talking about. Said how funny was it going to be when Donald Trump wins the election from prison and then pardons himself and then goes right into the White. It's like,
hey, it will. He'll get it. I'm pretty sure he'll get it. I don't even know if you could cheat it this time.
But that falls on us too.
Yeah,
we let it happen.
We did, yeah.
But
the January 6th shit shows that they ain't messing around with it no more.
Yeah,
either,
no.
It's
and they don't care who knows.
No, we could have got a whole army of people.
I mean, they didn't try to hide. It's just not.
No, it was so obvious. I saw videos of surveillance from where they were counting those ballots and then just pick up a stack and throw them in the garbage.
Chunk them, man. Get them out of
One woman's dog voted.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really. I mean, I'm sick of them people. What do they call them? Left wing. Left.
Is it left?
Is it no? Is there nowadays they call them the woke?
The woke.
Yeah. And I'm also tired of Republicans that keep talking about Trump's coming. Trump's gonna get this and that, and you know what I mean. Like he's already running the country, and
it's just.
I've even heard people say like Biden's dead, Bill Clinton's dead.
I guess I'm just tired of the talk. I think it's come to the point where we can make all kind of great speeches and tell what we want to do, but comes a point where you gotta take action. You know, you've got to put some of this in play.
We've sat back
way too
long. This country's going to hell in a damn handbasket.
It's just hard. Quick.
It is, yeah.
Quick, man.
Talk about even y'all in the trucking business. You know what I mean? It's like, hell, you never know what's going to happen because all of a sudden gas will spike $1.
Yeah. And I mean, these guys are away from their family, trying to make money, and it's.
Oh, yeah, you can't ever tell, like, what kind of dumb shit's coming next.
What's going to go next, what's going to happen.
Yeah, like, I mean, we talked about this on the podcast before last or whatever. It's like, now there's UFOs. It's
like, what?
So they waited 2,000 years to show up. You know what I mean?
And you got to think of what kind of crappy state we're in when they don't want to be here, man. They're just like, nah, we'll just drive by and look. We're going to stop coming by.
Attraction. Yeah. It's like, look at these dumbasses.
Look at these idiots. They think they got it figured out, but
yeah, no, they're not.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah, it is. Hell yeah.
But it's I got to where I can't even watch the news or.
No, I don't. I actually just cut it all off. Now.
I can't, man. I can't.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
You don't, and like if you watch like a certain channel, if you watch it like say you're watching it when you get up, getting ready to get out of bed, you turn it on in the morning, you're trying to get up, update. Well, after about 15 minutes, they just put it on a reel, and I mean,
it's
the same thing. It's like I've watched that twice already. It's turning stupid, and then.
The people that are living the real American dream are people like me and you now.
Exactly.
We are waiting on football season.
Exactly.
As soon as that
I was going to say Saturday,
stops,
but Thursday, man. I was like,
yeah. As soon as that stops,
it's
we've got basketball.
Exactly.
I found myself watching soccer. I mean, it's like.
See, I told them at work the other day, I think I really missed my true calling. And they was like, football. And I was like, no. If Holly Pond would have had a ice rink hockey team, I believe I would have been a goalie.
Hell yeah.
What are you gonna do? Shoot her through me? You ain't gonna get around me. I mean, I'm just gonna sit in that goal, man. I said I miss my college. I'd be a Happy Gilmore out there trying to get me out there too.
Yes.
But when you put me in front of that goal,
so
you ain't got about 4 inches here on each side. To shoot through. You're not gonna make that.
No. But it's the one you take to the teeth.
To the teeth. Yeah, that would have been rough.
Yeah.
And I'd probably got in trouble because, they got their little Gatorades and water up there. I'd probably had a beer or something up there. Hey, you can't do that, man. Okay. All right, or a cheeseburger hanging up on the top. I was like, hey.
It's like, time.
You
like throw your stick and glove off, and they're like, equipment failure, hold on just a second. It's like, no, I'm saying this cheeseburger.
Yeah, this cheeseburger.
Hockey and baseball is like the only two things I can't watch. I just can't do it.
Nah, and I got buddies that love, Braves.
I do too.
And they watch them all the time. And I'm like, I'm usually good for a good 2 innings. Mm-hmm. And if something ain't just clicking and going, I can't sit there and watch somebody foul off 30 balls and then get struck out. I'm like, I just can't do it.
I can't either. I used to like it for background noise, like you'd be on the back porch grilling or something,
right.
And I've got to where I can't do that anymore.
And I'm sorry, I can't get into soccer. I just can't do it, man.
We watched it just because of the World Cup. We just picked us 3 or 4 teams apiece.
Right.
We didn't even understand what the hell was going on.
Well, dude, and that tells you like how bad out of shape I am. I get tired watching it. I'm like, dude, this guy's running. He's been running for an hour and a half.
You're moving your head back where you're
God dang, Lord, why don't y'all go take a break or something? It's football. You're in the huddle. You kind of catch a break. These guys are running back and forth. And like one gets pushed down, and he's like throwing a flag. I'm like, what was that? Man.
Soccer is a confusing sport.
We've got a friend, his little boy, or her little boy played, and they were in the rec league, And they were at Heritage, and we're sitting there, and it's, bright. They wanted us to come watch him play, so we go watch him play. And it's like, bright and early Saturday morning, and we're like, oh God, we're sitting here watching this, And they're back, and I'm just being funny. They were little kids, and they're back and forth, and kicking. And I think it ended up being maybe, I didn't know the score, and I was like, what's the score? They ended the game. They were like, all right, everybody shake hands. They were out there shaking hands. I was like, well, who won? They was like, oh, we don't keep score. Like, that's it. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
We've been out here for 3 days watching these kids run back and forth. Y'all don't keep score.
So everybody gets the trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That not keeping. We played t-ball last year, but we still secretly kept score.
Kept score. Yeah, exactly, man.
My son didn't really care. All he was worried about was his blue slushy.
There you go.
I mean, he would be on the field. They have just took the field. Hey, Dad. Yeah. Are you going to give me a blue slushy when this game is over? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
going to get you one, yes. So.
Always get them that, like, you can't, I know there's rules now, like football, where you can't walk, you're not supposed to walk along the fence line. And one of the guys, I can't remember who it was, one of the guys that we played like Pee Wee football with, he's got like old tapes of, us playing Little League. Like Pee Wee and Wee Wee. They'd have all the dads walking like down the fence and they're yelling and, just hanging over the fence and everything. And like, good night, man. They wouldn't do that nowadays. They'd all went to jail.
Oh, it'd be DHR.
Yeah, they'd have come got us, carried us away and everything.
The kids too would have been like, the other night I wanted cereal and he wouldn't let me. It's like, I swear to God, we had plenty of Captain Crunch berries.
Listen to me, I'm talking about it and everything, and I get called out a lot of this time, at work too. They're like, say, well, you said blah, blah, blah about this and that. How many kids you got? Oh, I ain't got none, man. They're like, what are you running your mouth for then? Like, I can't, I ain't got none, so. My wife ain't done raising me yet, so, come on.
Shit, I'm a kid too. Whitney, sometimes, man, will line all three of us up, me and the two kids, and be like, y'all have got to stop. It's like, I know, I'm sorry. And me and Walker, though, we'll get to play on the floor. And the other day, I had Papa Bluey or whatever he is, the little Bluey guys. Yeah, and he's all in the video. And he's going to be, one of these days, he'll be some kind of big-time YouTuber. So he talks about his YouTube. He'll tell people he's got 52 gazillion followers, whatever. So I started putting him on TikTok, son. You can look that up, Jacob Gibbs 03, or Guess 2, Jacob Gibbs. Either one, don't matter. Well, yeah, no, go to the personal one, yeah. So he's all into like that kind of stuff. So Whitney gave him one of her old phones. So he links it up the other day, and me and him was playing, and I'm Bluey's dad. I got to pick who I was,
Right.
It was pretty funny, man. He has a seesaw. So I was like, yeah, and he says, he's acting like he's Bluey, he's got his little character. He says, Daddy, will you play with me? I said, yeah. I said, go ahead, get on the seesaw, son. I ain't seesawed in years. And it was so funny, John. I took my little character and went up in the air and I hit that seesaw with everything I had. And it launched this toy almost to the ceiling that was his. And his little head, he just looks up, watches that thing go, watches it fall, and he just dies laughing, man. And we've got to cut the video and but I was acting like I was flirting with girls out at the park, I was like, yeah. But kids don't even do that anymore. Kids don't get in the floor anymore. They don't play.
And that's what I'd say something back at Christmas, because with just me and Tronda, we go to mom's and then we go to her mom's, and we're kind of just all over the place. And right up down, like going to mom's from our house or something, you wouldn't see like Christmas morning, no kids out, And I think back when we were kids, somebody got a bike or a new football or something, and there was always kids outside. You don't ever see kids outside. Which I know it's 435 degrees out there.
It's been hot. It was a nice day, though.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. But you just don't see kids out playing stuff.
No, you really don't. I hadn't thought about that, but no, you don't.
We were always riding bikes or...
Dude, we lived outside.
Exactly. We didn't, that was... You got in trouble if you had to go back inside.
That's right.
No, you just stay in here. No, don't go back out.
That's right. How true is that?
I know,
No
you know.
shit. You got punished by being in the house.
If you was a little, if somebody drove by and seen a kid drinking out of a water hose right now, they would call DHR. They'd be like, "You're trying to poison him."
Poor kid. He needs that Dasani
Yeah.
bottled water.
You know how it's not cool.
I cannot believe you got little bread out here drinking out of a damn water hose. Yeah. My mama tell me, you need listen. You open. If I hear that door one more time,
You're letting the
Yeah.
you're letting the air out. You're running my light bill up.
we ain't cooling the damn neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've heard that before. You go in and get something to drink. And, well, you just gonna go in and out. You just stay in here.
It's like shit.
I don't want to stay in the house.
You better make sure that refrigerator door is closed too.
Mm-hmm.
And you better hope you didn't finish off that tea, because I've been doing laundry all day
All day.
And when your daddy gets home, if he ain't got tea for his supper, you're probably gonna go to bed without it.
You're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, and it's like, damn it, man. You know?
It's
Yeah.
just stuff like that, man.
We were, too, man. I remember even just, like, you would go play, and there wasn't none of that coming inside and even big. My kids nowadays, they come inside, do I have to take a shower? Well, hell yeah, you gotta take a shower. The bottom of your feet look like you've been walking around barefoot in the grocery store.
Got grocery store feet.
Yeah, it's like we do.
Yeah.
And by God, you got in there and got out. You didn't use all that damn hot water.
No, you use in and out. Get out of there.
Your mama coming in.
Mama comes in there cold shower. You really gonna get
That curtain fly open. Whoosh. Jacob Gibbs, you still got shampoo in your hair? Get that damn shampoo out of your hair and get your ass out of that shower. You know what I mean?
You done
Yeah.
right, man.
Yeah, nowadays, well, no.
And we were all the time in the woods building forts and stuff, playing
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
it was
trees.
fun, man. I had a machete. I remember getting one of my first machetes. I knocked down every poke salad there was. I was acting like it was people, you know.
Oh,
Out
yeah.
there sword fighting and stuff. Cleaned up. I think I cleaned up 9 miles of damn fence, man.
Dude, it was crazy, man. You talking about the machete. I had one, and we were, was it mom? When I still live at mom. We at mom's house where she lives now.
Yeah.
And I went out there and we had a little fort out there, and we were getting firewood together,
Oh, yeah.
So
you
I
gotta
was-
have a fire.
You got it right, man. I mean, it's 700 degrees. We're gonna build a fire out here. So I'm chopping these little limbs off, and I hit it with the machete, and I heard flick, and I knew that sound, and that thing come back and popped me in the eye, right there,
Oh, shit.
and it knocked my hat off, and I was like, oh God, and I looked down, and blood's just pouring out. I was like, oh, that ain't good.
Oh,
So I go back up to the house, and I'm holding this thing, and all I could think of, and by then the blood had got, from where I had it, my hand on it, had got up in my eye. Well, I couldn't see good, out of that eye because the blood was in my eye.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, I poked my eye out, and I'm going to hear it now because that's all I heard. You don't need that. You
poke your eye. I say that all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt yourself. No, I'm a big, I know what I'm doing.
I'm like, quit running with that damn spoon. You knock you out.
Exactly. You're going to get hurt. Just quit.
Yes.
So I get up the house, and of course, JP, and she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, go get me a towel, because I'm going to assess the problem. Because my mom, she can't, the sight of blood, it's it.
She's got to sit down.
She's
She's
gotta
going to
sit
turn
down.
white, yeah.
So I told JP, I was like, go get a towel, let me clean it up, see if, did I just really nick myself? Well, this thing's just laid open, man. And I was like, okay, that's bad. I'm no doctor, but that's bad. So I told JP, I said, go tell Mom we need to go to the emergency room. So she goes in there. Of course, Mom comes out. Let me look at it. Like, Mom, just get in the car and let's go,
Oh, yeah.
She's like, no, let me look at it. And I was like, Mom, you're going to get sick. Just let me look at it, make sure. So I showed her, of course. Oh God, get in the car, So we haul buggy to the
Makes
emergency
you
room.
panic worse, too. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's like, can you see? And of course, I can't see because all that blood's in my eye by then,
Burns, too.
Burn. Oh,
Yeah.
man, it's awful. And all I can think of is, I'm going to be blind in one eye, So we get, and this tells my age again, we get to the old hospital. This is
Oh, yeah, Folsom Center.
the Folsom Center,
yeah.
baby. We park, there's no parking over there, so you have to park at that little pharmacy and walk across the street. Well, my mom, JP's little, and Dana's, she's middle-aged, she's 2 years younger than I am. I think I was probably 14, so she's probably 12, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So they got Mom gets out of the car and grabs JP and grabs Dana. It's like, come on, let's go, So they take off to the emergency room. Well, I've got this thing on my eye, and I'm trying to stagger across the road to get to the emergency room.
Please tell me you got hit by a car.
No, dude, I'm like trying to look, and I'm thinking, where the hell is everybody? You just let me walk in, Mom's already in the emergency room signing papers telling that we need to do something,
Yeah.
And then by the time I was like a drunk staggering across there, trying to get across. It finally hits Mom. She comes back after. He said, "Are you okay? My baby all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I done staggered across 9 lanes of highway. I'm good."
Yeah, I'm good. One eye.
So we go in there. Of course, they take me on the end, and they're like, "Yeah, that's gonna need some stitches." I was like, "Well, did you really go to college 8 years to figure that one out?"
I thought you was gonna put a Band-Aid in some.
Yeah, I thought we was just gonna glue that back together. So they put me on there, and there's a it's just little dividers in there. Well, there's a little kid in there, I don't even know how old, but it was real little. Had busted his lip. And I could hear him talking. And I'm laying here. They just told me I'm going to have stitches. So I'm listening to him over here, and she goes, "Well, that's just going to take 1 stitch." Well, of course, the little kid's just going crazy, screaming.
Oh man, I've been there.
And I can't imagine that would be
awful. No, I've been there myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're calming him, holding him down, and trying to calm him down. And I hear the lady, the doctor. She's like, "Now, if you be good," she goes, "I'll get you a balloon and a sucker, and you'll be a big boy,
Oh yeah.
And he finally hear, okay, and she goes, "There, I'm done," You know me, I'm poking at everybody. So she comes in there and she goes, "Ooh, that's a bad one." She goes, "All right." She goes, "All right, Mr. Lambert." She goes, "You're gonna get," I think it was 8 or 9 on the inside, and then I had like 16 on the outside.
Oh, good God.
And she gives me a shot and runs that needle, just right up against the old skull, I can hear it. And she deads in it, and she starts stitching me up, and I'm just being funny. I was like, "So if I'm a big boy, do I get that sucker and that balloon that you give the guy below, on the other side of it?" "Sir, you're a grown man." I was like, "No, really, I'm just 12, She's like, "Sir, we're not going to give you a sucker and balloon."
She's like, "I saw you at the beer store."
Yeah, exactly. I was standing in line with you getting my check cashed the other day, So I was like, okay. So it's crazy.
Oh yeah. Do you remember too, like your mama would tell you? I remember like climbing trees at my grandmother. She had the perfect like trees to climb, and I would climb like to the damn power lines,
Just get on it.
And they come outside instead of being like, "Hey sugar, you're a little high." You know what I mean? It's if you fall out of that tree, I swear to God, I am going to whoop your ass. And then I'm calling the ambulance.
I don't want to hear you cry.
Yeah, it's like, what a woman. If I fall out of this tree, I'm also going to get my ass whooped before I go.
Like, damn, that's a tail whacker there.
Yeah.
I always kid Mom, and I know she's probably going to freak out when she sees this, but I remember, we're big guys. And you get to a certain age where Mama gives you a whooping, it's not really as effective, Well, I got in trouble, and Mom had a fly swatter. And I can't remember what I'd done, but I'd done something wrong. And she's giving me a whooping with a fly swatter.
They suck.
And it was funny because she was mad. She's had her wits end. And she's just, and I'm not laughing, but I am. And just a little.
It's like, I don't want to disrespect her.
I don't want to make her really mad because I'm being an ass, but you could tell she was mad.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to look away, and I'm just like, "Can we get this?" In my mind, I'm thinking, "Can we just get this over with?" Because it really don't matter that you're whooping me. That's not really doing anything. And I remember laughing, just thinking, and all of a sudden I like tap, and I'm like, "Whoa, where'd that come from?" And about 2 or 3 more, and I look back, and she was I think she was talking to Dana, and she was still giving me a little on the leg, and the plastic end on the fly swatter had fell off, so it was just the wire.
Oh, so
and I was like, "Hey!" And then she finally stopped, and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, baby." And I was like, that kind of hurt. And it looked like I had chicken feet all up inside of my leg. And she was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
You would go get the fly swat, and the handle you would hold on to that handle, and you had to aim 6 inches one direction to be able to hit the fly.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So it almost became a game at that point.
Oh yeah.
Once those fly swatters, once they wore them out on your legs, they wouldn't kill a fly anymore. Because when you swung it, it just bent back.
Being back.
Yeah.
I used to make dynamite too, because Mom's like, all right, go cut me a switch. And I'd go get like a 2x4 or something. I was like, don't do that.
If I would have really been smart, we'd have been smart, I would have drug a damn branch in there. You know what I'm talking about? Like some big ass. Yeah. You'd be like, I really deserve it, Mom.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Oh, I got a weeping willow thing one time.
Ooh, you talking about the ones the real long?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like basically a natural bullwhip or whatever.
Yeah, I had one of them take me off the lawnmower one time. Yeah. Got in there, got all tangled up, and yeah.
They're rough, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank God for them safety seats. Man.
Oh man.
I'd have probably lost my life.
Shoot.
My grandmother had one of those in the front yard.
Ah.
And when I know it, man, you just kind of duck your head.
Duck your head and go.
Put your hands in front of you like you're going to do a dive, you know, so you can kind of fan them off. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. The swing set out here gets me sometimes.
Oh man.
I've been drugged around. My lawnmower's been picked up and everything else by the damn swing. Yeah.
Well, I've got like mine, which I had, and this is before I bought the one I got now. It was Grandpa's. Oh, it was a Murray 12.5, like a 38-inch cut. And Grandma's got. She had like a heel, you know, pretty good slant to it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, any normal human being would get off with a weed eater and cut, you know, where it gets real steep or whatever. But you know, not big in here. No,
you got to go.
We're going to cut every square inch we can make with that lawnmower.
Put your ass on the other side of the seat.
Yeah, I'm like almost touching the ground, hanging off of this lawnmower, and I hear, no, what was that? And about that time, pow! Its seat broke, and here I go off the side of the lawnmower.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, oh well, it's got that safety switch on it. Well, how the seat? It was just the one bracket that broke. So how it had broke, it had mashed up against to where the safety switch was still.
Oh, so it was the safety seat.
And this lawnmower is not missing a beat, just going right down the hill. And I'm just like trying to run down there and catch up to it. And my little granny, she's like, told you need to get off of that. And I'm like, well, you know, it's too hot to be out here weed eating. What the heck? Get some Roundup. Good enough.
Dude, I let my shit get out of control, man.
Man, I don't.
Weed eating wise.
Weed eating, I can't stand it.
I can't. I used to like it, okay, man. But I got to where I hate it, dude. I do. That's where I do all my thinking, though, is mowing. I love do some mowing, man.
Well, see,
I hit a couple of extra potholes lately, though. I bought a metal detector.
Oh.
Yeah, so we've been digging some holes.
There you go.
Yeah. I found some interesting stuff, man. A couple of bottle caps, a 4-leaf clover. Well, the 4-leaf clover I found just walking.
Where did it come from?
We did find some old glass bottles, though.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Well, I know down here at the house, there's a creek that divided the two properties.
They say creeks is a perfect place to stuff always washes up.
Well, these, you know, they've got trees that grow back over, so you're all the time having to duck over.
Mm-hmm.
And these trees, you could weed eat around them, or you could get, you know, you have to lean over and get up under them with a lawnmower. So I go up under this thing, and I've been working third shift, and I thought, I'm not weed eating over here. I'm just going to get as close as I can with this lawnmower. So I go up under this and make my first swipe. Well, something stings me, and I slap it. It's a bee, or it's a yellow jacket.
Oh God, get on the
And I was like, oh, wait. And I start looking up that tree, and because I was thinking, I was like, where'd he come from? And I was like, there's got to be a nest in that tree. That limb, I jumbled it, you know, going up under.
Yeah.
So, you know, any normal person would have went back for second and thirds. But I was like, I'm not weed eating this. So I go back for my second round, and I'm watching it. And about the time I turn my head, pow, he popped me again. And I was like, oh, you know. So then I was like, all right, I call it. I get off there, and I'm looking. I was like, when I find this nest, I'm going to destroy it, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna knock it off the branch and run over.
Yeah, I'm gonna set this whole tree on fire. So I'm looking for this thing, and I just look just out of the corner of my eye, catch it. They're in the ground. They're buried in the ground.
Oh, yeah,
so I'm just running over this hole every time, and they're just coming straight up out of that thing, man.
So you thought it was?
It was in the tree, and I kept looking, and I'm not looking over here, and they're just like death bombing me from the back, you know. And I was like, what in the crap?
Dude, my dad one time, man, down the road, there was a hole that had yellow jackets in it. He poured gas in it, and they come out of a hole behind us.
Oh,
They got like 2 ways in, dude.
wow.
Yeah. I was a kid one time, man. We ran this. People's gonna be like, man, these people are so country.
Yeah.
We had this big Charolais bull. We ran this thing in this head catch that hadn't been used in I don't know how long. That bull goes in there, and it catches him. Well, I put my arm up on one of the bars, like a round, metal tube, and I put my arm up there. When I did, there was a wasp nest in it. These things come out and pop me like 4 or 5 times. Got me on the face a couple of times. Dude, I swear to God, when I woke up the next morning, we went to my grandparents' house, and she gave me Benadryl or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't take that at night,
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
I woke up the next morning, man. It looked like I had one of those like Polish dogs as my upper lip. No lie. It was so heavy, man. Like it was laying on my bottom lip. Like when I even tried to talk, it didn't even look real, dude. Like even the tip of my nose was even like swelled up.
Oh man.
Yeah. Shit hurt.
I'm telling you, man, it's just people look at stuff we did back then too, and they're like, "How are they still alive?"
Mm-hmm. Like a normal family nowadays would have rushed me to the emergency room over that big swell lip.
Yeah.
And I think my parents were like, "Just walk back up to your grandparents. They got Benadryl."
Yeah. Or what was it? Grandma's. Put some backer on it. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, warm, salty water.
There you go. Hey,
That will cure anything.
What was that stuff she got? Is it betadine or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
That old red stuff.
Mm-hmm. Stains you.
Yeah, you like wear it for a month.
Yeah, you do. You gotta wear that shit off. You ain't gonna
Like I don't know what kind of medical, help that's doing, but at least you know where it's at because it's going to be on there until it's healed.
Yeah,
probably.
that's right.
So,
but yeah, man, that was some fun times. All right, we got to come up with our bet. We got to have Auburn, Alabama bet.
all right.
We got to come up with. You got this pool now. I'm thinking we got to do like the weekend after this. See, that would actually be pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll take a gamble. How cold it's gonna be. Whoever loses
Has to do with polar bear.
in your pool. Polar bear challenge.
Polar bear challenge after
Yeah.
the Alabama Auburn game.
I'm taking Auburn, of course.
Of course, I'm gonna take Bama.
Yeah, because I ain't betting no hair stuff, man.
Nah,
Nah, I ain't doing that.
they ain't no telling where that'll go.
If I don't cut this for my wife, I ain't cutting it for nobody.
Yeah, I can't grow it out. I just got mine cut the other day, and it wasn't hardly long at all. But I've shaved it so long.
You shave with a razor too?
No, just the clippers now. I'm too lazy to do. I mean, if I really get after it and got time, and
I ain't
I'll
shaving
do it.
my face, dude.
Oh yeah.
I got right now, man. I've had 3 people to tell me they were praying for me. I guess my razor got dull, and I was trying to hurry the other day and shave before I went to the ball game. Broke my face out, dude. Couple of big ones, man. This one over here that Japan called and asked me when that damn volcano was going to erupt.
Well, see, I'm jealous of people too, because if I could grow a beard, I'd be Duck Dynasty's ZZ Top.
See, I can't stand it.
I'd let it grow. Mine, look, I'm not
itches.
kidding you. I look like I got the mange, because I'll grow a spot here. It'll be like real thick right here, and then it'll just be nothing here, and then just spots.
See, I grow one of those, like if you bought the glasses, it's got the mustache on it.
Yeah.
My mustache comes in black as, just like shoe polish.
Well, see, mine's all red too, and it looks, there again, the boys. Hey man, what are you rooting around the dirt for? Look at that red stuff on you. Shut up. It don't change. And trying to, now it'll be like gray. It's starting to get gray.
Mm.
She goes, we'll put some. No, I'm happy with my gray. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, get some of that just for me, please. My God, we need to make that another bet.
To dye.
You got to dye your beard and eyebrows.
If Alabama wins,
All right.
you have to dye yours like crimson red. And if Auburn wins, I'll have to dye mine blue or purple, whatever.
Let's go blue. Let's go orange.
Orange?
Yeah.
See, that won't be that big. And see, I'm colorblind, so I won't never know the difference.
Yeah.
So
How's that like?
it's really not. I say I'm colorblind. It's not like I don't. It's not.
Is
like,
it just certain colors like?
Yeah,
purple
like
and
if you
green?
put a green and a brown up together, I couldn't
Yeah.
tell you the difference between them, or a blue and a purple.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the difference between them because That's what JP asked me. She goes, "Are you color coordinated tonight?" I think so.
Whitney will stop me sometimes. You got gray on gray with a gray hat and gray shoes.
And like trying to stop me the other day, and I had like it looked gray to me, but they were like she said they were turquoise blue.
Oh yeah.
I thought, well, they look gray to me. She goes, well, you're wearing blue with yellow or something. And I was like, well, I'm trying to make green, I guess, or something. You know?
Go Michigan, baby.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. See, I'm bad about that, dude. I'll come out with shit that matches bad. I mean, like hat, shoes, shorts, shirt. Thank God she stops me.
Yeah, that's why Tony,
yeah.
she's like, go back in there.
Yeah, no,
What?
yeah.
It's clean. Come on.
Yeah, no.
So, which I don't think, I kid them, surprisingly, I got this blue shirt, but mostly, I mean, my clothes all consist of, well, we were kids, they were making fun of me because all I've got is like Green Bay, Alabama, you know, and that's about it, you know, the rest of it, maybe black.
So you just wear certain colors?
Yeah, just that's it, you know. So.
See, I'm bad too, but I walk in that closet, dude, I grab the first thing my hand hits.
Exactly.
It might be a shirt I wore yesterday and she washed it and dried it.
Exactly.
Back up. Yeah.
If you don't want it in the rotation, you better put it on down
That's
the line.
right. You got to get it on the sides.
You got to get it on down the
right
line.
in the middle and I'm pulling that thing out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you know, and being a big fella like myself, you don't, you know, it ain't like I'm gonna go right down here to the local store. You got to go to a big store, you know, a big.
Do you go to like Big and Tall?
I do.
Yeah.
See, that kind of makes me mad too, though, because not all fat people are tall. You know, I'm short, so I want a big and short store, because you know, if I go to buy blue jeans or something, like I give a little girl all kind of crap one day because you know, to get the breeches in my size. I'm trying to hate you when I say that, but when you get blue jeans in my size, you know, the length are like 72, 64. You know, I'm like, what the crap? You know, I cut more length off of them. I can nearly make another pair of blue jeans with what?
So what is like your pants size?
My pants size, I would probably be like a 46, 48. Yeah.
Well,
and
what's your
like,
length?
My length, if they're like the way I like them, is 30.
Okay,
but
see, I'm
like,
bigger on. I'm like 34, 30s.
Yeah, see, now I can wear a 30. They're a little. I like them a little bit longer on the end. You know, so I probably need like a 28, 29, but I'll wear a 30.
See, I like a little longer shorts. My wife don't like it.
Yeah.
And like pants, I like them a little baggy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just.
Yeah, that size, that's me.
I mean, if I wanted something that's gonna hug my ass, I'd wear Wranglers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's like I'm not. I don't know. I'm more into like. I like the good feelings. Though.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
I hate blue jeans.
Yeah, I can't look, dude. I can't hardly wear them.
I can't stand them either, dude.
And they all get on me, you know, because I wear shorts 24/7.
There's so many people like that.
Just you know, 365 days a year, and they're like, "Are you not cold? Do you see my size? No, I'm not cold. I'm insulated. I'm good to go." You know, they're over shouting and stuff. Like, matter of fact, if y'all don't turn that air down, I may get naked here in a minute. You know? They start turning it. Oh Lord, turn it down, turn it down.
See, that's like working out, man. I mean, like, really honestly, how comfortable would it be laying on the hardwood floor? Not very comfortable.
No.
How comfortable is it laying on like some good old like shag carpet? See, I think that's why I'm dad bod, babe.
You better believe it. Well, I've got that. You know, I just.
I'm getting where I've got like this big belly. People are gonna have a good time on TikTok with me, because you know this is the annual Labor Day trip.
Oh yeah.
And I've got a special swimsuit.
Oh man.
Do you know you know, like me and you, we're thick skinned.
Right.
Like there's probably not anything I could say to you to piss you off.
Right.
You know,
right.
Like, we're thick. You could go back and forth with me. We go about anything. We'll talk about each other's mamas. It don't matter.
Exactly. We're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell them I'm gonna pad a little bit, but I'll be over it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
I loved it, dude. I laid up in the bed when I put that video of me dancing in that Speedo, and I ain't got no ass. I mean, my back literally goes
just
right
straight,
in my legs.
I'm right there with you, baby.
That's why I gotta wear a belt all the time.
That's exactly right. I'm like, I got a big belly, you know, everything, you know, and you know, but my rear end, there's no.
I ain't got one either.
There ain't no Kardashian or nothing back there, son.
Straight
if I set a quarter on the back of my head, it falls straight to the ground. That's right. You move, man. Just ting. That's all you hear. So
when I went to bed that night, and woke up the next morning with that, when I put that Speedo video on. Most people thought it was funny about the kids. And of course, my son's got an Auburn shirt on. You know, it surprised them. They didn't have no clue. They ain't got no clue about what I got for this year. Yeah. So, but more people gave me hell about that poor kid. I don't know what's worse, is how embarrassed he was of his dad dancing in the Speedo or that Auburn shirt.
Wearing an Auburn shirt.
People, I got everything in the world thrown at me about no ass. Dude, skip leg day, all this kind of stuff. Man, I'm telling you, it messed my sleep up for like 2 weeks. Because I read every comment, and I laughed, man, and I laughed. I'm like, the deeper people cut, the funnier it was to me.
See, we'll have to do a follow-up to that when you do that this year.
Yes.
When they really get on hammer, I'll be that, what is that Britney guy? Leave him alone!
Yes. Me and you could get rich off of TikTok and stuff.
We need to.
No kidding.
We need to jump on that one. I think that would be a good one.
Oh yeah, we could be no lie, Robin Big. It would be like that, dude.
Exactly.
We could. Mm-hmm.
We would have to jump all over that.
Get us one of those Tahoes.
Exactly.
Black the windows out.
Yeah. You've already got the dog, so I mean.
I got that crazy dog out there. Yeah.
He's like hopping up on me, and I was like, "All right, little fella, I don't want to step on you because that ain't gonna be good for you, buddy."
Dude, when you leave, please step on that dog.
No, I ain't stepping.
That dog has taken years off my life. One of these days when they lay me down to rest, they're gonna say, it would have been a lot longer than this day had he not have got that dog Daisy. Yeah, dude, that dog torments me.
Really?
Oh my God, torments me. I can go out there, pour the cat's food in the garage, and I'll even walk back into the house, close the door, wait 20 seconds, swing that door back up and be like, "You better not," because that dog's trying to get to the cat food. I'm serious, man. That dog has gave me unreal anxiety.
See, we've never been able to have one down here because of the road.
Yeah, the highway. I've got mine on one of those fence things. Yeah.
See, every animal we've had when we lived over there, got ran over.
Yeah.
Cat. JP give us a cat, and I had literally just set it. I mean, we had that, the deck on the back, and Trina's like, "You need to carry it out and let it use the bathroom." I was like, "Okay." So I'll open the door and see, because the cat would go to the door when it needed to go to the bathroom, but we didn't have a litter box at the time. And she was like, "It's trained, blah, blah." I was like, "Okay." So I let it open. I'm watching a football game. So I'm like, "All right, go out and do your business." Watching the game, and I get into it. I'm like, "Oh, it's an interception." I was like, "No way." That I just let the door open, and I go back out there. I was like, "Hey, come here." It don't walk up, and I look at it, I see something out in the road, and I'm like, "Oh, no, you gotta be kidding me." That old cat, oh, God.
Do you know what I would have done? I would have cussed JP out.
Yeah,
you know why? I would have said, "You gave me a cat that had already used 8 damn lives."
Exactly. Like, you didn't train him how to avoid a car at a 97 mile an hour. What's the deal? Give me the raw end of the deal.
This cat can fetch and shit in the commode, but it don't know when a car's going by.
God, what an idiot.
Yeah, they gave you a cat that already had 8 lives used.
That's what I should have went with, man.
Mm-hmm. You got to start with a kid next time, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just hate to get one because
they piss everywhere. Though.
Yeah. Mom
we don't have one in the house.
Mom and him's got a cat. Now they love their cats.
Yeah. Cat people love cats.
Oh, look, man. Look, well, I'm not getting no inheritance. I mean, those cats will get it before I do. They're already in the wheel,
Oh, yeah, Fifi.
And look, they go to the beach, and they're like, "Can y'all not coming with us this time?" I was like, "No, we can't miss work, blah, blah, blah. Can you go by and feed the cats?" I was like, "Yeah." And they start giving me this list of what I got to do. I was like, "They're cats. Put the food in the bowl and water. What else,
Oh, yeah, no. It's
you got to give them these treats or whatever." And, this is Mom's house. This is where, I grew up. And, so I go over there to feed them, and I walk in, they're looking at me like I'm a guest,
You're like, you're not supposed to be here.
Hey, don't be giving me no attitude. And Mom's like, "Well, now this one, you have to feed it out of your hand. She won't eat it out of a bowl. I'm like, well, she'll eat it or go hungry one of the two. I'm gonna be
Bull
honest.
crap. She gets hungry enough, she'll eat it.
She wouldn't, man. You put it down on the floor and she just stand there and look at you. Like, pick it up, stupid. So we're like, all right, Trump is out of here. Here, stupid, eat it. You know. Sure enough, she walked right over and eat it out of the hand.
Out of your hand?
Oh, you got a kid. And they weigh about 900 pounds. They look like pigs almost.
Oh yeah, big cats. My grandma's got one like that. The other day we had a couple of steaks left over. I kid you not, Daisy eat a whole steak in one bite. There was like, she didn't even chew it, she swallowed it and grabbed another one and ran off with it, and then the old dog ended up getting the one that had the bone in it and she took off. Yeah. It's wild.
It's crazy, man. Like mom and them buy cat treats for them. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. Do you we were talking about I'm so scattered, bro.
Oh, I am too.
I'm like, I take medicine for OCD, I think, and I think it like makes me, my mind's just all of a sudden it's like I changed channels.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Where are we at? Oh yeah.
How many chicken wings do you think you can eat?
Dude, let me tell you something.
Have you
I'm
been
glad you brought that up.
I did. That's what I was talking about earlier with Good Hope. They saying they cheated or whatever.
All right, I'm just gonna call some people out here.
Okay.
Can you imagine? You go back to, I'm telling our age too, 1994. Can you imagine if me, David Jones, Josh Ham, that right there would have been enough.
Oh yeah.
You know, Jeremy Miller would have rolled into an Applebee's and said, "Hey, let's do this wing challenge." There would have been no stuffing wings under the chairs. Look, they'd have been like, "Oh, all right, guys, we get the message. You've been here 3 days. Leave, man. You know, we done had to call 2 trucks in for backup. You know." And, no, that's.
I mean, cheating for no prize.
For nothing. There's no
and I'm not saying it was, Good Hope people, because we don't know.
Yeah,
you know, they just kind of saying or whatever, you know, but like it was like.
And I was like, that's just, come on. I mean, it's just
crazy, dude.
I was like, there's, you know, I mean, I don't even know the whole stipulations to the thing. I mean,
what they was doing, they was taking like schools around.
Yeah.
And they were, they did like I think they took 10 people or whatever who could eat the most. And then whoever ate like the most out of those 10 or whatever, then I think they just put them on the newspaper or something. Yeah, Hollywood kicked butt, dude.
Did they? Mm-hmm. That's good. Representing.
Yeah, representing. OHP.
HP, yeah.
They were the betting odds was negative 140 on them, and everybody else was plus 225. There was something I was gonna say about that.
That was funny about that though, because we were talking about it, and it's how funny you think of you're stuck in your ways, because they were talking about Good Hope done this, blah blah, and the guy I was talking to was like, or maybe no, it was JP. No, it wasn't JP. It was somebody else. I remember it was a guy at work, and he was like, "Yeah, Good Hope, hey, they do this and we always beat them football. I'm not a Good Hope fan." I was like, "How old are you, man?" He's like, 54. And I was like, "What?" And I thought, I got to think, I got to think about it, because I got buddies, that like when we moved, when we bought this house down here, and it's like, "Hey man," and this is like in 96, 98, somewhere around, it was 98. We bought that house, down here, and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I was like, "Good." And he goes, "I ain't seen you since graduation." "Yeah, man." He said, "Where are you living?" I said, "We bought a house down here in Fairview." Fairview? I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I can't believe you bought a house in Fairview, man." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, calm down. The Cold War's over, man. It's gonna be all right, it's."
Holly Pond don't even play Fairview.
No, they don't. They have played it, and I was like, "Dude, we've been out of school for 100 years," and I said,
I still love the people that like relive the high school football.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like really no shit. Like I know some Uncle Ricos.
Oh yeah.
That are like, "I got a bike in school. Pigskin quarter mile."
Well, that was like this guy. He was like, "I can't believe you bought it." And he was literally mad. He was like, "I can't believe you live in Fairview, man. I guess you're a big Aggie fan now, ain't you?" I got no kids, man. What's the deal?
I go to the Fairview game. I cheer for Fairview.
Exactly.
I go to Hollywood. I cheer for Hollywood. Exactly. It's like a perfect example of that. Last week when I was at the Hollywood game, he asked me, he said, yeah, man, he learned everything from you, didn't he? I told my nephew, I said, he didn't learn everything from me. I play football because I like to play football. And I said, I played a lot. We played a lot. But there was like 28 players. I mean, I got to play a lot.
Exactly.
If I would have been in a school that would have had 40 players, I probably wouldn't have played much.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
man.
And I said, that boy's he did more than ninth grade than I did my whole career at football. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. But you have those people, you know, that like,
Yeah, they just.
oh, I know some people would have been like, oh yeah, man, back during school, you know, boy, I'd have knocked that guy's head off.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
you know, shit, I can't believe what's going on, you know, this and that. I just wish, talking about football and stuff, like with high school teams and stuff, and I may just be looking at this from the outside, but I almost think if you're kind of one of those teams to where you kind of know you may not have, like you're not going to win state champions, you're not going to, you know, like have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
let's have fun. But where's the trick plays at? You know, look at Ole Miss. There were several times when they beat Alabama a couple times. They didn't have the team Alabama did.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a trick play. They've almost got to have a little bit of. I mean, they got to have some luck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
Like if I was a coach of like a high school team, you would say, "Oh my God, the center just threw that pass."
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
They got a quarterback in the center on the left side of the field,
Yes.
and the rest of the team's on the right, and they're like reading a pamphlet or something. You're like, what the hell?
I mean, I mean, like really, truly though, I really feel like you've got to have a little luck. The other team, maybe their tailback, let's just say he gets shaken pretty good, a couple plays or something, and it's time to capitalize on it. We're fixing to throw this triple reverse
Exactly.
pass.
Exactly.
And
Flicker.
yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like you don't see it anymore.
No, they're all so
It's like
serious.
It's like 24 dive, 21 dive.
Yeah, just
28 sweep. You know, it's like the other night they had this guy on the other team, and honest to God, man, he was like Cam Newton Auburn. He was the team. He was the team.
yeah.
This boy, he ran for, I think he had almost 400 total yards himself. He even had a 50-yard touchdown pass. He was the tailback. And we were standing up there, and I said, if he can throw, we're in trouble. Because they've been doing the Wildcat to him like crazy with 5 wide.
Yeah.
He runs. They snap back to him. He acts like he's going to run, and he pitches that thing.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful pass. But like, if I was a high school coach, honest to God, I would have some parents that would, if it worked, everybody'd love me. You know, I'm talking about some last miles.
Yeah,
football.
if not, they're like, well, you're going to have to take a drug test for it. They just take all our kids, you know. What the hell is
It's
this?
like, did you just see what he just tried? He just tried a fake punt, and his kicker was backed up underneath the field goal post. You know what I mean? It's like, but we scored. You know?
Hey, if you score, you're a genius, though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
I'd rather like
you got to be a hero or a zero.
try. I would rather just be like, okay, well, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I tried.
Well, you know, we came up, you know, and I'm not going to say his name because I'm not, but, you know, we come up in a time to where it was a little rough, you know, and we didn't have a lot of players, so you're talking about we played both ways, you know.
You did. You were only out on one thing.
And I'm not kidding. I remember, and of all people, we were playing Fairview, and of course I think they were beating us like crap.
Fairview was always,
And we're talking about
every time we played.
Shane Hicks and Jeremy Gardner.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, they were playing quarterback and stuff. And I this is no lie. I can remember we had a guy go down, and they was like, well, you know, he's out. We got to have somebody else in, coach. And they put this. We're on defense now, and he was a cornerback, and they put Shane Burns in at cornerback. Hey, get in there till we get him fixed up. You know, just get in there. And Shane's out there. You know, Bubba's out there. He's like, you know, I'm out here, and I kid you not, I'll never forget Gardner. Jeremy Gardner's playing quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. No, Shane Hicks was playing quarterback. And he's like, damn, shit.
Looked over there and saw. He's
Yeah,
like,
he goes, Gardner, look at shit Bubba over there, you know. And Bubba's over, don't do it, man, don't do it. He's like, and he didn't try to audible. He's like, hey, we're going to throw a pass over this way, man. Just somebody run out there. You know, because we didn't have nobody else.
It's like that they call the timeout so they can get somebody that's never scored a touchdown to come in.
Exactly. But I'll never forget the lady like, now, say, do you see this? And they're just talking to each other. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. And it was bad. You go like my 9th and 10th grade year, you know, were pretty rough years, and you play like 9 games out of the year at home for somebody's homecoming. You know, you're like, come on, man, what the deal with this?
How true is that?
God.
We were people's homecoming most of the time.
Exactly,
Yes. And that was always our motive.
I don't know what to.
We're
like,
gonna show them, by God.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't be booking us for homecoming next year.
Then you walk out there living. Oh,
You didn't even know how to cuss like him, son of a bastard.
Yeah, they're stupid heads. Walk out there just beat to death, you know.
Oh yeah, we might not have won, but did you hear what I told that one guy?
Yeah, exactly.
I said,
We showed him.
Yeah.
We showed their 7th string. But yeah, and I always kid them. I was like, you know, if they'd had PETA back then, they'd have been in trouble because you didn't go nowhere they didn't have a Bronco hung or, you know, something, or somebody out there beating it with a stick. You know, what the?
They had like a Bronco pinata.
Yeah, exactly. You play people like Danville. We pulled up one night, and I think it's so funny because in the annual, like, I was a captain that night, and you know, they come out there and took our pictures as we're walking out the coin toss, and we're just like,
Oh, the
you can just see
faces.
the fear, man.
Oh yeah.
Because we're always like, what the? Because we got there off the buses, man, and pulled up, and we're getting off the buses, and I remember looking, I was like, look, their dads are out there. Because these guys had full beards, man.
Oh yeah, some big dudes.
Hair growing down their shoulders, you know. It was like, oh, man, that's cool. Their dads are out here waiting on it. All right, boys, let's suit them up. And they start walking in the locker room. He's like, what? Huh? Wait a minute. And they just turn around and walk in the locker room. Like, oh, this is going to be a long night, man. It's going to be bad.
You go out there and you look at the captains, you're like, damn, these dudes are huge. And you get back to the sideline, they're like, yeah, I can't believe they put their punter and their field goal kicker in there as the captains. It's like, huh? That's some of the smallest guys that's on their team? Yeah. Shit, coach, I got diarrhea pain.
I got a cramp. I got to go. Like, it's the first quarter. I know. I'm sorry. They used to mess with me, too. Like, Coach Albright. He you know, he's a good old boy, but he'd mess with you, too. Because he knew I was scared already. Because we played junior high and then moved up at the end of the year to varsity.
Oh, yeah.
So we were scared anyway.
Most of our linemen when I was in school was.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulled up.
So we were, you know, scared. You know, or I was scared to death because I'm playing varsity football, you know. And by getting closer to the end of the year, they were really putting us in there playing us, you know. And he knew he scared me, so he would really turn it up, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we were playing Hansel. We're getting beat, you know, 150 to nothing, you know. There's like 2 minutes left on the clock, you know, and he goes, John, come here. Well, I run over, you know. I said, yes, sir. He goes, and they just come over the loudspeaker, free hot dogs and popcorn, you know, at the end of the game. And
oh, yeah.
I was like, yes, sir. You want me to go in? He goes, no, I want you to go up there and get me about 4 hot dogs and 3 bags of corn before we get on the bus. Now go. And I was like, all right. And I looked at him, and he just thought that's funny. I was like, thanks, man. So, it was a good time.
Man, those were the good old days for real.
We thought that was hard times back then, you know, but God, they were.
That's what I tell my kids all the time. They're bored or they're, you know, I'm like, one of these days you're going to have a job.
Yeah, enjoy it now.
Yeah. I wish I could be bored.
Oh,
yeah.
Go back to that, and you never, I don't ever really remember being hurt or, you know.
Hell no. Your mama told you to get up.
Yeah, you wake up and just go. I told the other day, if I woke up in the morning now and something wasn't hurting, I'd think I was dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, my kids, too, I'm bad about it. I'm guilty of it. One of them falls down, scrapes their knee. I don't want to have to get in the bath. Oh, baby, you ain't got to get in the bath now.
Yeah.
My mama would have been like, you get back in there. There's still dirt around where you scratched yourself. Scrub it or I'm going to scrub it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it, you know, when we say this kind of stuff, and kids nowadays be like, hey, your parents must have been this odd. You know, it's like, no, we turned out just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they didn't take no bullshit like I do. You know what I mean? Because I'm afraid to spank one of you in public.
You're afraid I go to prison or something.
Yeah, I'm afraid. Yeah, I might lose y'all. You know what I mean? It's like, Yeah, I'm not even gonna take that chance now. When I get home, I'm already gonna be settled back down, and I'm not even gonna be able to beat your ass like my mom and them used to do when we got home.
Yeah,
You know?
wait till
Yeah.
you just wait till you. Mom would give that look too. She was like,
Oh, they had that look, yeah, where you knew like it was like
It's
final
over.
strike. Yeah. Yeah.
you just prayed that.
And
the
then
company
you
come
tried
over.
to be super careful
Yeah.
and you screwed up, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, God, I ain't saying nothing else. They ask you something and you're just like not even wanting to answer. They're like, you're not gonna talk to me now, but you ask
Yeah.
me worse when we get home. It's
Yeah,
like,
like,
no,
what-
I just don't want to get any
Yeah,
deeper.
where'd that smart mouth go? I don't know. I checked out.
Will you please just let me go back to the car and take my chances on somebody with a white van coming and getting me?
I heard there's a white van out there with free candy on, so can I go check that out right quick?
Yeah. I almost got kidnapped by one of those people.
Shit.
I always like candy, man. I jumped in a van with somebody right now if I had free candy. On.
I don't think I was ever. Everybody's like, nah, we're not gonna tote him off, man. It's just too much. It's like almost a.
We don't have
man.
enough candy for you.
Yeah, nah. We didn't stop. We got like 3 bags back here, man. Just go on, bigger. Just,
Well, Dollar General only had 1 bag of fudge rounds. Your ass is not coming.
like, you got any fudge rounds in there? No, I ain't going in. All right, I'm out. Mama. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Shit, brother, it's been fun, man.
It has. I've really enjoyed it,
I
man.
can't wait to watch your ass jump in that pool.
Shit, you're gonna be scrolling. What Nick beat up on
We're gonna do it.
somebody?
We're gonna do the SEC championship Saturday.
Right.
Do y'all cover y'all's pool?
No.
No.
Well, I don't know. I say, listen
If
at
we-
me.
if not-
Act like we just moved in, so
Yeah.
we don't. We're talking about getting a cover to go over it, but
We'll figure out something. We'll go to a pond or something.
there you go. Well, that's fine. I'm not above it.
Yeah, me
So-
either, man. Okay.
I'll make sure to keep it good and clean till
I wouldn't worry about it.
we're out there with.
We're gonna when one of us hits that damn water, man, we ain't gonna be in that water long.
Well, see, we had it put in when we built the house, and JP and Hayden and them, they come over and it's like, can we swim? You know, after they got the pool
Yeah.
put in. And I was like, it's 10 degrees out there, you know, and the whole time building.
Kids don't get cold.
No, the whole time building, and you know, we've done said we're getting a pool. You know, I was like, dude, when they get that ready, we're going swimming. And it's like, well, good, we're going. Well, it, gets filled up. Hey, y'all are good to go. JP and I'm like, hey, we're gonna go swimming. You want to go? I'm like, no, it's too.
I can't do
Go
cold
out there,
water.
stick your foot in the water, man. And it was like, heck no, I ain't doing that. Well, they jumped, and it was so funny because Hayden had his little girlfriend, and she jumped. I'm probably getting her in trouble because her daddy may not know this, but
Yeah, you won't
she
mind.
jumped in, or no, they went out there, and
What time of year was it?
this is like, God,
Because our pool's still cold in May this year.
I
And
was
it's just
gonna
a
say-
little above ground. It warms up quick.
This
and
was
it's
like-
still cold.
late February, March.
Oh, good God. Yeah.
It was unreal, man. And she was like over there. She's like, "Where do I jump?" And Hayden was like, "I better go for it." You could just see it in his eyes because he's like, "If my girlfriend gets in this cold pool before I do, Uncle John's gonna be all over me." So he
Oh, yeah.
jumps in there, and then she jumps in there. And JP, she kind of just falls off in there, and she's like, she's like, and I love it. They can't breathe, none of them, They're like, "Are you getting in?" Hell no, I'm not getting in. Look at y'all. Y'all about to have a cardiac arrest. I'm not getting in that. Y'all crazy, man. No.
People take those ice baths too.
Mm.
And they sit in there a while.
Yeah,
I
that's.
don't know how don't shut your body down.
I don't either, man.
I'd get in there and get stuck, man. I'd have to get somebody to like drain it
What?
before I could even get out, I think.
And I keep saying the size, but I'm a big guy. I'd have to have like one of those Texas size cattle watering tanks or
Horse
whatever
trough.
to get in,
That's what they all get in, those big troughs.
Good night, man. That's their huge. I mean, I'd have to have something. I'd probably have to have a septic tank or something out there. Just something in it then, Because if I get stuck, we're all in trouble.
That's a big old plug.
It's like, what's Solly Crane worked in here? Well, I'm getting in the pool and I don't know if I'm going to get out.
You got
They were talking about it at work. They was like, so you liking your pool? I was like, well, my neighbors, they kind of complain. They called wildlife control. They think I've taught a baby manatee how to drink beer, and I've got him trained drinking beer in the back pool. It's just me, man. I told him I really didn't appreciate that.
You need to hop out of there one day and just chase the neighbors. Just take off chasing them.
Give me I'm gonna get me. I told Tron I want to get me a lifeguard stand and sit out there in the corner of the pool and just be sitting out there watching it.
Please God, and put some white sunblock
yeah.
on your nose and stuff.
Yes.
Blow your whistle just
randomly. No running in the pool. They're like around 5 o'clock. 10 minutes. Everybody get out. But yeah, it's awesome, man. But I told him talking about Miss Harris. I told him, I said she made it look too easy, because it was always spotless.
Oh yeah.
And all
a lot of work.
All you ever seen her do was walk around in that chlorine. She would, just walk around with that little scoop, putting it in.
Oh yeah.
And that was it, Nah, man, you got to put shock in there, this and that. And I'm like, what the heck?
Is y'all salt water?
Salt water.
Yeah, everybody says go salt water.
So, this is the first year we've had it, so we've really enjoyed it.
We talked about it, man, but I don't know. See, like with y'all wanted it for y'all.
Yeah.
We're wanting to get one for the kids, but again, I'm like, because we swam growing up, man, all the time, and I don't know. I'm just afraid one of these days I'm gonna be like, God, I'm tired of taking care of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think if I was in like y'all's position, where you don't have kids and you're doing it for you,
yeah,
you'll spend a lot of time in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even this little bitty one outside we got, Whitney's always out there like messing with it.
Yeah.
Doing something to it, But
well, I know like this so far, we've got like one of those little sharks that run around and stuff in it. It does a really good job, but there's still a lot of stuff that goes on to it. And we've had issues with like the neighbors, it's in that it's in a cul-de-sac back over there with, a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, the neighbors above us, they didn't have their grass in. They didn't have the turf in. So we've had issues with the water runoff coming down in there. We went out there one day and it was full and it was just dirt, like brown.
God,
so we'd have to,
the side and everything.
yes, where it'd run down in there. So you have to. This neighbor, that happens to them, then you had to pump all that out, or not all of it, but you would have to shock it, and then you got to vacuum it.
Oh yeah, all that dirt.
Thank God for Mark Barnett. But coming out and he really got it back. Well, by the time we get it back, the neighbor below us, where the exit valve's at, it's not going out to the ditch. It just blows out to the end of my yard. Well, there and tell it goes down in their yard, and she was not happy about that.
Oh, God.
So now I got to get an elbow on it to run it all the way down to the ditch or whatever. So it's something that seems like every day,
With the pool, yeah.
So, but they're nice when you get out there, and especially like the other day when it's 700
I'm coming out there to swim.
Just
man.
come on. I told you, it's not uncommon. We'd probably be back there. There'd be somebody back there swimming, but where'd they come? Who is that? Did you tell somebody to go swim? No, they just come down here and went swimming. But
hey, if kids and shit's out there swimming down there, you wouldn't want nobody little in there, but it's like that kind of makes me think of us. Back in the day would have been like neighbors just left.
Yeah.
I dare you to go jump in the pool.
Yeah, go jump in the pool. They won't be back till 3.
That's right. So, yeah, they look like they were on a mission.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we saw suitcases.
Yeah,
we could swim for a few days.
Man.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna put some sharks in that salt water though. Turn them loose or whatever.
I'm
not there.
Instead of those ones that bite your toes.
Yeah,
some of those little bitty fish.
Those little algae. Yeah, the ones that pay people to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fill it full.
Just a slant full.
Yeah.
Instead of a dog, I can just have a shark.
There you go. Yeah.
It'd be a little rough till it got big, and then
I'll give you a dog.
I'm good.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I better not wake up in the morning. I'm gonna go to the truck and there'll be a dog that's there looking at me.
Yeah.
So I go.
Still getting shot from my fence. You're gonna be like, that bastard didn't even turn the fence off on her.
What an ass, man.
I knew he didn't like her, but yeah. I took a cat to work, and it was on like a Saturday. Well, I didn't even pay no attention. The cat wasn't even around, so we got 2. There's the littlest. And go back into work on Monday. They're like, "Hey, your cat's up here." So it rode with me to work. Stayed up there the weekend.
The weekend.
Yeah, came by, and I brought it back. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I wasn't sure if it was ours or not because there's a gazillion black and white cats.
Right.
So I was like, They're like, don't you pet on it and stuff? I mean, look at it.
No.
I'm like, nah. If I take it home and set it down, it jumps up on top of the freezer and knows that's where the food is and stuff. I'll know it's mine. Yeah,
exactly.
They're like, call it by name. Well, you can't call it cat. Yeah, it's not gonna come to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hell no. So, well, dude, I enjoyed it.
I
man.
really did, man. I did.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
We'll
Tell what before we go though. You got to tell about what you did to your wife's sleeping machine.
Oh, she will kill me. I want a disclaimer. I really didn't do this, but I thought about this whole plan.
This is a made up story.
Yeah, this is a made up story. I have not done this, but I was telling him. I was like, I think I was telling JP, but was talking about Dutch oven him where he's asleep, and that's bad enough,
Oh yeah.
And but Chana wears a sleep apnea machine. And I'm like, hey, you talking about crop dusting or Dutch oven in there? I said, I'll just go by and unhook that one corner. And I said, in that mask, I said, she'll come up. What's up there? Because they've got all those readings they take, and they watch. Hey, she slept, blah blah blah. And she's got this. They're gonna be like,
so it reports to the hospital.
Yeah, the hospital. And I was like, they're gonna feel funny when they're like, why was there like a damn gas spike at 3 a.m. in the morning or whatever on her machine? What the crap?
You might want to evacuate.
You might get a call at 3 in the morning. We just got super octane reading on your machine. We didn't know what the hell. Are you siphonning gas out of the truck or something? What's up?
I heard one time, man, back in the day when those things first came out, I reckon when the power went out, you felt like you were suffocating.
Oh, man.
Somebody told me, man, that they come out of that damn bed like a hind catcher looking for a foul ball. They're like, I come out of that damn thing like a hind catcher looking for a foul ball.
Keep it off her, man. Somebody was talking about, said they woke up and said they felt like they had an octopus or something on their face. They was dreaming they had it on there and couldn't get it off quick enough.
I always like it, people that like just hurry up and get ready.
Oh yeah,
like,
you see the line
the
on
straps.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, wow, that must have been a wild night last night. You still got the gag ball strap indentions on you.
Like, did you just wake up? No, I've been up for a while. Don't lie to me, man. I can see it right on your face. What the hell?
What's that X right there, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why is your dimple so long, man? What's up with that?
Your wife must have got a little kinky this morning. Gag ball this morning.
Well, we're going to have to talk about this later on, all right?
Every time I think about a gag ball, too, I think about Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
my
man.
God, that was a freaky movie.
Bad deal.
Yes, it was.
Bad deal.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I was just one short way away from the banjo picking out there.
Yes,
Whatever.
it was. Yeah, that movie. I still don't understand it, but I loved it.
Oh man, look, some of those younger guys I work with, there's like I said something about a banjo picker. Oh, they was talking about going rafting, tubing and stuff. I was like, you ain't getting no fat guy in the woods on the river. What are you talking about, man? I said, somebody come out there picking a banjo, and I said, straight up Deliverance, and they're like, what are you talking about? I said, that's it. I said, we're gonna have a little homework for you this week, and I said, you need to go home and watch Deliverance. He's like, what's that about? I said, go watch it and then we'll talk about it. And look, they come back and they're just blank faces like, they ain't going kayaking. Heck with that, man. Like, we ain't going, no, we don't want to go. I was like, yeah, try to get a fat guy out on the river. Come on, man, it ain't happening, buddy.
Me and Joseph bought some kayaks. He put a full-size Yeti cooler, they're heavy as hell anyway,
Yes.
in the boat, in his kayak. And he kind of jumps off the dock into it,
Oh,
I swear there wasn't like a half inch between him sinking this thing. Yeah. But on the way back, dude, he was all the way up afloat. So he had emptied the cooler.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta get rid of this weight here now.
There you go, yeah. That old movie with John Candy, they start throwing stuff off the boat.
Exactly. Yes.
So
we went. See, we could talk all night, man.
We could.
When you say something is clicking, I remember talking about my boys I work with at Walmart. We decided we were going to go fishing one night. Had a little flat bottom boat. Well, me and this other guy, God help him, Bull Horton, he was from Fairview. And I'm sitting on the back, he's sitting on the front, And then we had another guy in the middle. Well, you ain't getting but about that much of the boat you can see, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, we get out in the middle of this pond and we're fishing, and old boy in the middle kind of shakes it a little bit. And I look up and old bull's hands are holding the side of this boat, and they're just almost white. And I'm like, dude, quit doing that, you know. And he's like, why are you so? I was like, why is he so scared? He's like, he can't swim, man. I was like, quit rocking the boat, stupid. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, when somebody can't swim.
yeah. I was like, hey man, this guy is big as me. You know, me and him are the same
He'll drown
size.
all y'all.
He's gonna kill all three of us,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, dragging us down. I said, ain't no way we can get him out of here, man. I was like, quit rocking the boat. And he's like, I want to go back. I'm like, yeah, let's go back. Like,
Hell no, man. I always used to ask people, I'm like, can you swim?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you can't swim, man, you're going fishing, you're going to have to wear a life jacket
Exactly.
the
You
whole
might
time.
put like 2 on,
Yeah.
man.
Because if you go off the side of the boat, I've already heard too many stories.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, I'm sorry, bud.
It's a bad deal.
Yeah,
man.
you'll drown me too.
Exactly. Not helping you. All right, I'll throw you an oar. That's about it, man.
That's right.
I'll
Can you
I'll
catch
snag
the
you with
swim?
this spinner bait or something. We'll
That's
drag you
right.
all the way to the front. But, you know, that's about all you get from me, baby.
Yeah, no. I think if I couldn't swim,
And see, that
I
blows
don't
my
think I'd
mind,
get
too.
close to the water.
Uh-uh.
That's almost like me being as claustrophobic as I am.
Yeah.
It's somebody saying, hey man, let's go climbing through or crawling through these culverts.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, no. There's a chance I could get stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I couldn't swim, dude, I'd be like, which side's the shallow end?
Yeah.
And I'd be standing like 20 feet off the bank.
Exactly.
You know, like,
I'm back up here by the shade tree. Y'all let me know when
oh
you're
yeah, yeah. You ain't getting me close to the
No,
water, brother.
sir.
Unless I can see the bottom out there,
Yeah.
I'm not getting there.
No.
So,
That's,
well, brother, I'm gonna have you back though. We got to at least come back and recap this football season.
we will. We
Yeah.
need to.
How you think it's gonna be?
I think I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Big John Lambert's
My
football prediction.
My prediction is I think Tennessee's going to give us a strong game.
I was supposed to say I think Tennessee would be in my top like 6. at least.
Tennessee, you know.
Can't never tell about.
No, and brother-in-law, my brother-in-law was a big Tennessee fan, and he got Smoky cigar last year, the first time in 250 years,
In his lifetime.
His lifetime.
Yeah.
That one hurt a little bit,
The last time he had a cigar for that game was one of those little bubble gum ones.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's like he was in grade school.
He hardly remembers it. Yeah.
But now Tennessee's going to be a tough game. I think Texas is going to be a tough game. I don't think it'll be. I don't want to jinx them. How stupid is that?
Texas don't play good against Alabama though.
I think that I'm hoping Alabama comes out this year upset. I think I seen something the other day where Saban was laughing and kidding and cutting up, and they pointed it out. They was like, this man is laughing at a press conference, and on the sideline they showed him laughing. They goes, why are we all not scared to death?
Oh yeah, because if he's smiling,
If he's smiling, happy-go-lucky, that ought to be a red flag. Something ain't right.
I have a feeling, man, that Auburn is going to have a better season, but I still think with the coach. Which the only thing that's gave me hope with the coach swap, I'm worried about it. Well, not as bad as if Harsin would have been coming back another year, but I still think in most cases it takes a few years to get it back.
Right.
But look at Gene Chizik and Gus Malzahn the first years they got there.
Yeah,
That's my lot of hope right
There
now.
you go.
I'm like, new coach, maybe new.
And they're playing at Auburn this year too, ain't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's always a big plus.
Yeah. Because last year, Auburn actually gave him a fit for a little while.
Yeah.
Or for a while,
I
actually.
still say that.
I think the Alabama-Auburn game would be close, though.
I think that's going to be a real close.
Because
game.
he does have a recipe book
Yeah.
to compete with Alabama. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just an Ole Miss.
Well, didn't the quarterback get hurt? Y'all's quarterback got hurt or something right there at the end of the game.
Yes.
I think,
Ashford. Yeah.
I think, is it Milroe? Am I saying that right? For Alabama, I think he's going to be.
Think he's going to be good.
I think he's going to be good. I think once he kind of calms down and maybe,
Alabama's forever, dude. It's kicker, the field goal kickers have always sucked. And they're always like, I ain't sure about this quarterback. And then you're looking at the 3 they had when they had Tua and Jalen Hurts and Mac Jones. Yeah. And it's like I think any school that took any of them,
anybody.
Just give us the third string guy, because I mean, Mac Jones may he may be one of the best. I mean, he may be better than. I mean, you gotta think, man. He's like a.
I think he's more mental, you know.
Yeah, he sits back there, he's kind of calm.
Yeah.
You know, where like Hurtson would kill you, running and all that kind of stuff.
I think he's
too,
going to
you know,
do good this year too.
Yeah, I
think he's
Hurtson.
really going to settle in. And
Once they leave college and they're not on Alabama's team
Tua's
anymore,
huge now. Have you seen him lately? Now?
I hated that for him in college, getting hurt like he did and stuff. I don't want anybody to get hurt. I mean, you know, I know you're the same way too.
Yeah.
But it really honestly hurt my feelings that it might mess him up later, like in the NFL. But it didn't.
Now, well, he's done all. They were talking about he'd done all this. I want to say jiu-jitsu, whatever, learning how to fall to where when you fall.
Them guys are so hard
to me,
man. Like Bo Jackson.
Dude,
if he would have been just a little bit limber, but it broke him like a damn board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he said it should have broke his knee and it went all the way up to his hip.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it pretty much snapped.
And we were talking about that too. Like, you think, well, everybody looks normal on the field, but you think about it, these linemen are anywhere from 6'6" to 6'9".
Oh yeah. And can run as fast.
And can run faster than
your average person.
Your average back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody hitting you with a Ford Escort or something at wide open.
Oh my God! Can you imagine being back there for a punt return
and giving him 60 yards to get a dead? Just that man.
Oh yeah, somebody like Takeo Spikes or
Mount
Cody or somebody is like full force running 40 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's like
it would kill a normal human.
Yeah, it'd be like stepping out in front of a moving refrigerator. I mean,
it really would. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Like, it's crazy, man.
Somebody like me, dude, they'd be like, we can still identify his name on the jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're gonna take his fingerprints, maybe some dental records, but
we found his arm.
Yeah. His arm didn't make it but to the third row. He's all right.
Yeah, we could put his teeth back together.
Yeah, just rub some dirt on him, tape him up. He'll be good to go, man. I'm like, come on.
They bring the stretcher out and they have some kind of like little tub and they just start putting body parts in there.
Like the old cartoon, they're just raking it up in a scoop and putting it in a barrel.
Oh shit!
I seen too where Ole Miss
Kiffin,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
where he was talking about where he was thanking Paul Feinbaum. He goes, we just like to take a minute and thank Paul Feinbaum for telling Nick Saban that the dynasty's over and blah blah. He tells him that about every 3 years, piss him off, and he goes, then we got to play him. Everybody, all of us, thanks. We just want to tell you thank you, buddy. So
that's all Feinbaum is. He stirs.
Oh, he just stirs. I can't watch it, man, because it's just I don't know. It's all screaming and
he's almost like a nerd.
He's almost.
I've never been accused of being a nerd.
No, me neither. Never. Not in.
No. The only thing I know how to write in cursive is my name.
My name, yeah, exactly. He's kind of like the Jerry Springer Sports almost. It's like
he'll go on there once in a while, like shit'll be getting dull, and he'll take a little stab at Saban. And it's like, yesterday you would have got on your knees and kissed his ass.
Exactly. Monday you were just telling how great and wonderful he is. Today, it's over with. It's come to an end. So
yeah. Shit got boring after Tammy left, man, when she passed away.
Yeah.
I miss those times of Feinbaum. Back before it was on TV.
Yes.
Tammy calling there, Paul Feinbaum, let me tell you something. You don't know nothing about football. Let me tell you something. Auburn's going to whoop Alabama's ass. What damn they
don't put them on the phone, man. Don't do it.
That's right. I loved her, dude.
Like, it was coming.
Oh, yeah. Well, man, all right, we've said it like 10 times, but
yeah, we better cut it out.
Oh, man, we've been on wild, too, dude. This is a Joe Rogan podcast.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
See y'all.